There,
Or are we talking?
there should be a in your equipment list. There should be a amount that you have.
Ah.
You have 4
Oh yes.
swallow,
Sorry.
but you
Yeah.
don't have
I
any
couldn't.
cat.
I couldn't even see it.
Yeah, it's quite
Oh,
tiny.
Sorry. One swallow, one cat.
Yep. These are all your basic potions that any witcher should carry plenty of.
You say cat's a basic potion, but it takes forever to get the starting materials for the first cat potion in Witcher 3.
I mean, it's fine because in 5E's homebrew of this, you already have dark vision up to 60 feet, so.
Yeah.
Cat just increases that vision to 120 feet. And allows sight.
Or true vision. If you
True
get
vision is
high enough.
enhanced, yeah.
Or true sight.
Don't witches also have tremor sense?
You do, but that is included in your Witcher senses. You can detect by sense of smell up to 30 feet, and I believe it's also 30 feet for feeling.
The opponent is upwind, increase 60 feet, downwind 15 feet.
That's then.
Doubled if it's stinkier, and even more if it's stinkier.
Yeah, and you gain the observant feat, which means you can no longer be surprised.
Hey, no sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your sneak attack.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because unless they have something that's masking their scent in its entirety, you will smell them within 15 feet. Yeah, so it's increased hearing and smell. So I'm going to say that both of those is witches can detect within 30 feet via hearing and smell. At minimum, depending on how loud or smelly they are. Right then, shall we begin?
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. So, as we start, Sim Vitage, you are arriving in the town of Deastok in the west of Wildmount. You are arriving from... that's not what I wanted to do at all. God. I'm trying to pull the fucking picture out. Oh my god.
I hope nobody can hear this.
I am having difficulties getting the image. Hang on, I think I need to extend my... No, it's just hovering straight over. How do I token you guys? Because it's just hovering... It's hovering straight. There's a fucking thing hovering right over the pictures.
How do you what, you guys?
Basically, you just click on journals and then click and drag from that on if you've got it set for a token already.
Oh, there you go. Someone has already done it.
Yeah, you just click and drag your name and it'll bring it over. If it doesn't have a token, it'll just use your profile picture and squash it to a square.
Uh-huh. There we go.
Yeah, clicking.
Excellent. So,
I actually can't do that.
that's alright, I can do it for you. Nyeh. Stop it.
I'm going for a swim!
Stop it.
I want to go swimming!
Go scratch against a tree or something.
Oh shit. Mike, is there a way to rotate the map?
Not
I
really.
actually can't see the edge of it.
It'll be fine. This isn't a battle map. This is a town map. So you have recently just arrived in Deastok in the west of the Dwendalian Empire. You're mainly here because you're a witcher. You travel around, you solve problems, and you kind of need some money. And you heard that Deastok may well have a monster problem. And so you have decided to come and fix said monster problem. Just as you're entering town, it just so happens that from the north of town, Dos Ocelot is also entering the town, who is also just so happens to be a witcher looking for a job and had heard that Deastok may also have a monster problem. And coincidence above coincidence, the final member of our Witcher party has also just arrived of owner, because I'm not going to pronounce that first name because I fucking can't, Eotro Hub.
I mean, I can change it if you want. I mean, you made it.
I didn't. The game, the fucking Roll20 made it.
Auto generate.
Oh, okay, hang on then. I'll just...
Yeah, I was actually very lucky that my name was.
I'm just going to call you Oko Ono.
No, there you go, it's Bert now.
Bert Owner. I love it. Bert has just arrived as well from the southeast.
It's alright, I could have gone with
Southwest.
gun owner, couldn't I?
Yeah. The southwest.
I'm a
of the
responsible
town.
gun owner.
And he also is here because he heard that Deastok may well have a monster problem. And as a professional monster hunter, kind of in his ball game. What would all three of you like to do? I'm assuming make your way to the tavern or some such, looking for the job.
Did we come in from a contract notice or?
No, you just heard in local towns that Deastok might be looking for work.
Yeah, so
Right,
we travelled this way by word of mouth.
Yeah.
So yeah, tavern to find out if there is something posted.
Okay. Are all three of you doing that?
After I've
Yeah,
been for a
yeah.
swim.
Fuck's sake.
There might be a boot in those waters.
So Bert is going to
There's a snake in my boot.
wash himself by the river because that's what Bert does. He's a weirdo.
He does
what can
now,
he do?
apparently, yeah.
He's of the bear, you know what they're like. The first to make it to the tavern, which is this building here. Why am I...
I honestly thought you were just going to have us move around until one of us got close. They were like, yes, you win.
You win the race. The first to make it to the tavern is Dos Ocelot. She arrives, and as she steps up to the notice board...
Wait. Hold on, Viking. I just realized. A she-witcher?
Yeah, there were female riches, but they were exceptionally rare.
Oh,
Ciri could have became a witcher, but she wasn't allowed to undergo the mutations due to the fact that she was, the Queen of Sintra.
alright.
And a witcher cannot own territory, but she was...
She's gonna stop at the door and have an existential crisis. What am I?
How do I even exist?
So I arrived at the tavern first.
Yep.
I'm gonna open the door.
There is a notice board outside the inn, as there is in most inns in the world of Exandria and every other world in the universe. It's weird that. It's like it was made for witches.
I know, right?
And as you
okay.
just so happen to pull up at the notice board, you happen to catch the scent of a wet bear.
Grizzly.
Walking towards you as you spot, with your keen eyesight, a fellow witcher walking up to the notice board. Well, approaching you, still about 50 feet away. But he has also noticed you. And now
I stare awkwardly.
Sim has noticed that there are two people standing... Well, one is standing near the notice board, the other is walking towards the notice board, and you can also smell wet bear. Because you are downwind of him.
Bert's going to stand nearby the notice board and do the whole sort of like dog shaking himself dry kind of. Right.
I'm gonna step back away from the splash zone.
Cheers. And I'm going to step close to the notice board now she's moved out of the road.
I'm just gonna lean up against like the wall of this building and watch.
You two have noticed that you are both witches.
Thank you, Captain
Yeah.
Obvious.
Those two have. They've not noticed you, and you've not noticed that they're witches.
I mean, one of them smells of wet bear, so I have a couple guesses.
That is fair. That is fair.
It's either that or there's been some particularly,
Actually, need to stop that.
I'm not gonna. I'm not.
I can't listen to this.
While the game's going, I really wanted to, but I can't.
I am actually, Red, going to ask you to roll a perception check.
Button.
Unfortunately, that's a 12.
Aw.
Because the way this API works is it rolls 2 dice in case you got advantage or disadvantage, which is an interesting way of doing it, but what can you do? So that is
You
a...
can change that at the top.
Can you?
Oh no, you can't. Oh, sorry. I'm used to using one very similar to this that has, where it says core bio, has another one next to that just says advantage, disadvantage, and I'm like, it looked like exactly the same sheet. That's a shame. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be a way, though this this fucking configuration area is a lot more always roll advantage there is. So if you go into the little cog, where it on the very right side, there is roll queries, and that will probably say always roll advantage. So if you just change that to query advantage. So, with a 12, it's difficult to tell, even with your keen eyesight. They could be witches. One of them definitely does smell of bear, though. That you have picked up. But you can't see any identifying features. You can't see their faces or their pendants. But what you do see, that does definitely catch your eye, is the glint of 2 swords on both their backs. Which is quite uncommon. It's not just witches who carry 2 swords. But more often than not, it is. Are you going to approach?
Hey, Kiki.
Kiki.
She's not of the cat school. She's of the viper school.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
My
Okay.
cat's staring at me, and I'm trying to get him to come up. No, you're a dog, not a cat.
I thought you were trying to get Red to come up to
I
you.
thought that as well. That's why I said she's of the viper school, or he's of the viper school, not the cat school.
No, I was trying to get my cat to jump up on the chair with me, but instead my dog has done that.
Lovely. But yes.
So,
So as
Say
the
hi.
wet
Say hi.
bear approaches, you also hear a twig very faintly snap about 25 feet behind you. You only pick up on this because of your keen hearing. And as you turn, you also see 2 swords and yellow eyes. As another witcher is now approaching you.
Oh, there goes the neighborhood.
All 3 of you are converging on this notice board. And all 3 of you are now all stood in front of the notice board, looking at each other, and trying to figure out how the hell is this happening.
Looks like the crones are at it again.
legit gonna try and go through this and say anything more than or fuck.
You're role playing as Geralt.
Oh, fuck. It smells like shit here. Well, fuck it.
Fuck.
Hmm.
There we go. We're doing that, Viking.
Okay, fair enough. So you're all just
That's
sort
the
of
plan we've concocted in character. Is just
you're all just sort of looking at each other, going, just communicating through grunts and gentle head nods.
quite impressive, actually.
And as you're sort of doing this, you hear behind you, because there are some villagers walking around and that sort of thing. This is a relatively bustling village. Crops are out, and there's not too much to do. So there are still some farmers working in the fields and that, and people going about their daily business. And then you hear, "Well, blow me! I say, you put out for one witcher and 3 turn up."
as unison, we should all turn and stare at it.
I was going to say just the slow ball of your foot swivel. Just not your head, just the entire body just turns around.
Just like a fucking robot, your head just over your shoulder. I suppose you hear about that there contract. Well, you won't find it on the notice board. You'll have to talk to the priest about that one. He's kind of our priest mayor type person, you know? But yeah, if you're looking for your jobs, I know you Witcher kinds, you better go up to the church.
Fuck.
Smells like shit.
I can't sleep! What?
I can't fucking sleep.
There's no campfire. I can't meditate.
It looks like I need to light the fire first. Just sit down! So, are you all going to make your way up to the church? That was a good one, Cybran.
No, get down. No, midnight. Ah, fuck it. I'm being attacked.
Sounds like Cybran's already suffering from the creature that's been posted for that job.
I'm being mauled by a werewolf.
A werebear. And Runik's character's over there just licking his face. What the fuck are you doing? Tastes salty. So are you three going to make your way together to the church?
Well, I was going to turn and ask the bloke that's pointed stuff out. What job is this then? I've heard there's been some trouble, but nothing specific. Is it enough to warrant 3 of us?
Oh, I reckon so. Out in the outsides of the village, in the lonely farms, people have been going missing. We've lost a good 10 farmers and their workers.
I was going to say, farmer workers, are they ones that work the farmers? Or
Oh no, that's their wives, Mr. Witcher.
Right, so we lost 10 farmers' wives. Why don't you just say 10 farmers' wives?
Are you certain it's not bandits?
Oh, bandits don't leave a bloody mess like that. I tell you. I haven't seen it personally, and thank the gods for that. It's been horrific. We don't have many people. We've got an organized militia. Most of them hung up their swords after that. They were terrified. The priest will know more, though.
Smart of you.
Holding up your swords after a big scary thing shows up. You'll totally be safe.
All I know is the hearsay. The priest will know more. And he sort of picks up a basket. Anyway, I'd better get back to work.
Is that your basket?
Yes, it's his basket. He put it down when he stopped to talk to you.
it was just like he just sidled over to us and just nicked someone else's basket. It's now wandering off.
This is mine now.
Are you streaming this?
Yeah.
This looks particularly unattended. It's mine.
Of all the fucking sessions that Matt Mercer would join, it would be fucking this one, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. Oh, God. So, are you three going to make your way to the church, or are you just going to stand there grumbling at each other?
And I'll sort of turn to the other two and gesture for them to lead on if they want.
All 3 of you gesture to lead on. Oh, for fuck's sake.
No,
I'm gesturing for them to lead on.
I was going to say all 3 of us in unison. Fuck.
Just all 3 of you just start walking together.
Hand in hand, medallions are crossed. Don't cross the medallion, kids. That's bad for you.
That sounds so dirty. Alright, so you all make your way to
Crossing your battalion.
the church, and as you're going, that bloke was pretty nice to you, all things considered, as you see other villagers around you giving you a pretty wide berth. A good 5-10 feet. They're not actively changing direction to get away from you, they're just making sure that they give you a plenty wide berth. You do hear the occasional freaks mumbled under people's breaths as they walk past. That's gratitude for you. And eventually you make your way up the little hill to the church. And you see a priest outside who is tending to the graves and tending to the wounded as well. There is one person who has been brought in with a rather bad injury of a fork through the foot. He was clearly not paying attention. You know, farming injury.
Oh, right, farming fork. I thought you meant, like, table fork. I was like, what?
Yeah. So
What
not
in the
quite.
hell?
Bar brawl injury. As you,
Yeah.
he looks over and just goes, "Oh, God, give me strength. I'll be with you in a moment, Witchers." And continues to provide what medical attention he can to this gentleman, who is then escorted off by one of the nuns. This church has nuns. Only like 2, but you know. Wasn't entirely their choice of becoming nuns. Their fathers didn't exactly want them, you know the story. And then he gets up and comes over to you. I'm guessing you're all here for the job then?
Well, we haven't heard the details of the job yet.
And he points...
What are we looking for?
He points over to 10 freshly dug graves that you can see. And he points and just goes, "You see that? That's how many people we've lost to this bloody thing. Now, if you want the job or not, I don't particularly care. We don't know what it is. It butchered these people. And it's my job to make sure that they find a better place. Now, we don't have much. But we do have a few things that we've cobbled together for you."
Right, you are, Ted.
You're right, Father. I hear you're a racist now. You're right, racist. I hear you're a father now. But yes, we managed to cobble together 500 gold pieces and a cart full of food. That's the best we can offer. Is this what I'm going to get the entire game? Nothing to go of, just grunts of,
Fine. Any witness?
Yeah, those 10 in them graves there.
Listen.
Any
you're gonna be a
witnesses
snake.
still standing?
The only witnesses that are still standing are the ones who witnessed the horror of what was left. You can probably find them in the tavern, drinking away the pain.
Right.
Fucking speak, Red!
No, I just like the fact that the thing, like, I'm just imagining Red's going just sitting there and going, constantly with like a hand on chin.
Hand on
Kind of,
chin, pipe coming out of mouth and monocle.
Yeah, it's that kind of like, sort of like possibly with a deerstalker hat on.
It was the priest in the farmhouse with the Hydra.
Oh, the priest is a Hydra. I draw my silver sword.
You don't notice your pendants shaking.
Fine then. Usually I ask for half up front, but let's get this over with.
Wait, so you're not asking for half up front?
Well, because that makes them less likely to stiff me later on down the line.
Didn't work for Remus, did it?
No, I know. I know. It's usually a fairly common practice. That's what I mean. If you just said we'll get on with this, look, have we not asked for half up front?
I mean, you can
Or are
if
we
you
asking
want.
for it and then going and getting it started? Because it sounds a bit like you've just sort of turned around and left him with the... Doesn't matter. Pay us half of it up front, and yes.
Fine. 500 gold. Here you are. Split it between the three of you if you want.
Oh fuck!
Look, math. I don't have an abacus.
Where is my abacus?
What? Why?
Use your words.
No, sorry, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
If you want me to calculate how much 500 is split between three of you, I can. It is 166 gold. Each.
Barely covers potions.
Motherfucker, this is a village. All of you are here because you don't have any bloody money. And this is your job. You're never going to get rich enough to retire off this. You are well aware of that.
We're witches. You don't fucking retire when you're a witch.
You do when you're old and slow and you die.
You either die
Okay,
or
I
you
think-
just keep going until you die.
At the end of the one of the DLCs for The Witcher 3, you kind of technically retire
Mhm.
in your great manner.
Technically.
Well, there's still murder and shit. But
Which one's the gold slot?
the cross.
It should already have your money in. It should have a number in it.
14. Oh, cool.
Now you've got 166 more. So what is the plan of the party? And if I get a response from Red, he's getting garroted by a fucking thief.
Fuck.
God damn it, I knew it was coming as well. I fucking knew it was coming.
I'm
You
gonna take
asked
some time to look the other two up and down and see if I can like size them up and see, you know, get a better look at them, like an actual, sort of like an appraising glance.
I would say that this would be a perception.
Apparently, I'm Zaratinian.
No.
Perception.
Huh.
Is what I'm trying to add up.
And thinking on multiple tasks at once isn't your forte. You're looking them up and down. You notice that they definitely have two silver swords. They have two swords like yours, not quite as big as your steel sword. They have yellow eyes. They're definitely witches, but that's about all you can ascertain at this point. You're too busy counting your
short
gold.
swords.
You have short swords?
He's Viper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Viper.
So you changed yours
So
to
that'd be a 1d6 instead of d8.
yes, or you can double hand it for a 1d8, I believe.
Can we not cast signs while we use both our hands on the sword?
I'm
With a long sword, you've got enough time to.
yeah,
It's a bonus action, anyways.
yeah.
It's not something
Yeah.
that requires time.
So I was just like, why would I not do it all the time?
Because it costs vigor and adds exhaustion.
To two-hand? Really?
Oh no, not to two-hand. Well, for a witcher, two-handing is certainly a lot easier because you don't use a shield. So it is feasible to two-hand it all the time.
Okay.
But yes,
Swords are usually handed at halves anyway, so.
yeah. Have you finished counting your money now, Rooney?
Yes.
What are you going to do? Are you going to discuss this as a group, or are you just going to grunt at each other and make your way to the tavern?
And I'm gonna gesture towards the tavern.
I'm gonna and get gesture after you.
God damn
And I'm gonna stand there and
Walk
stare.
off towards the
I'm gonna
tavern.
stand there, stare at both of them, and go, "Fuck."
it. God damn it. Oh my god, I knew this was going to happen.
Is there live music in the bar in the tavern?
Yes, it's toss a coin to your Witcher. Fuck
I
off.
was just gonna say.
It's funny you mention that. Like, I'm listening to the Witcher OST
Right now, it's very difficult to do that and listen to you lot.
Yes, Yaskir is on a world tour of the Dwendalian Empire right now.
And probably drops his jaw as soon as he sees 3 Witchers.
Oh, probably.
As we all walk in and see him and all go,
Fuck.
fuck.
I just expect from at least one of you. God damn it, Dandelion!
Damn it, Jaskier.
But no, as you all make your way into the tavern, which is this building over here, you all exist on the same square. As you make your way in, there is some... there was some music playing, and then you made your way in, and everyone stops and turns and looks at you. Because, for some reason, witches just give off an aura of... Hi, I'm a witcher, look at me. And everyone just tends to stop and stare at you or avoid you in some way. And the barman says, "You're not wanted here, witcher."
Shit.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
I'm just gonna take out the contract that I imagine I got from the bounty board.
Oh, it wasn't
just
on the
sort of hold
bounty
it
board,
up.
but the priest did give you a sort of, like, letter type thing that has all of the stuff about what they know written on it. Because the priest in this village is the only one who knows how to write, so...
He's the only one who knows how to read, but the board's still used?
Who do you think posts the bounties, you twat? My God,
Who,
Simon!
who posted the thing about selling a cart then? Who's going to read that?
What card? What are you on about? Don't try and make this into
Have you-
some kind of used card
have you been look-
salesman.
I was gonna say, have you been looking up something like Auto Trader in your spare time? Oh, this new sports cart. It's got spinning rims.
It's got spikes and everything on it. All the gladiators are using it.
Oh dear. So as you do that, he goes, "Fine, you can stay." And everyone continues about their business. As they now all realise
Okay.
that you guys are here to help.
I'm gonna look around for people who seem particularly depressed, as if they've seen some shit.
There are 2 very much pissed people on one table.
When I say pissed, I mean pissed drunk, not
Oh yeah,
pissed.
yeah, they are completely hammered. And they look like they have not cleaned themselves up in about 3 days.
Shit.
Yeah, that's kind of what they smell like as well.
I'm gonna walk up against my better judgment. I'm gonna walk up to one.
I'm just gonna lean against a wall and watch this.
Oh, okay. They are both pretty much unconscious. They don't even notice you appear.
I'm gonna use R to make a gust of wind hit them in the face. Weakly. Not hard.
So the
The cold
prestidigitation one, basically.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Use Ard.
fucking knocks them and the table 15 feet across the room.
There goes the fucking furniture.
Damn.
God damn it. And one of them just sort of rubs his head and sort of thinking it's like a bug on his head or whatever. It just sort of, he just lazily against his arm.
I'm gonna make the gust of wind a little bit stronger.
There is only a limit to Ard. Either you're going to make it a little bit stronger or you're going to blow them 10 feet across the room.
Fine, then I'm gonna grab one of them by the collar, hoist him outside, and dunk his head in the water trough.
As you grab him,
Fuck.
the entire bar stops, and the bartender goes, "Witcher, what the fuck are you doing?" Leave him
I
alone.
need information.
Can't you see he's been through enough?
Well, I can make this end faster if I get information.
What do you mean fucking end faster? Were you gonna kill him?
No,
I'm just leaning
not
up
him.
against the wall with my head in my
Just a-
hands.
Just to be stood, arms folded with a door, eyebrows raised. Fuck.
I would like to point out of all three of you, Cybran's the most charismatic.
No, we got to make it work for something.
Oh my god.
I didn't take Axie.
You're gonna become fucking murder hobos as witches.
Fuck.
You want a son? I don't want to be here, but I have a job to do. Now, let me do my job.
Look, just
I'm
fucking
gonna drag
sit
him
him
outside.
down and ask him some questions, or we're gonna have problems.
Well, he's not awake. I need to wake him up.
You just fucking yanked him out of his chair. Of course he's awake. I'm fucking totally awake. What do you want, you bald bastard?
Yeah, no, he needs a bath. And I'm gonna once again start dragging him outside.
Witcher! And a couple of the more burly people in the tavern are gonna stand up and block your path.
Okay. Do any of you know anything about the monster?
Look, Witcher. We don't want any trouble. But you
I don't
can't
want
just
any
come in
trouble
here
either.
manhandling people. Give him a few to wake up, and he'll answer your questions.
And I'm gonna drop him on the ground.
They help him back up into a seat. You are making a lovely impression in this village.
I'm a witcher.
No, you're a bastard.
I'm a witcher. Exactly. I'm a witcher.
No, witches
I'm
don't.
just gonna-
You've never played any of the Witcher games or read any of the books, have you?
I've played 3 multiple times.
Geralt's not that much of a twat.
I'm not Geralt.
No Witcher is that much of a twat. Apart from maybe
I don't
Letho.
know.
Or fucking
I mean,
Boromir or whatever his
I mean,
name was.
there was that one that murdered an entire fucking village.
Geralt?
Because they only no, not Geralt. There was one that tried to pay a witcher like 12 gold for killing a fuck, what was it? A wraith? Noon wraith?
Can't remember. The one- the
And then they
ones
tried to kill him?
where they tried to murder him later.
Yeah, where they tried to murder him after refusing payment.
Oh, in the first one, yes, the priest.
No, in the third one.
Oh, in the third one?
It's
There's one in the
third one.
third. He meets you meet a cat, a witch with a cat skull, who basically murders the town because they tried to kill him.
Multiple
And you
times
just think,
apparently,
yeah,
because he had a lot of trophies that he didn't turn in because they refused to pay.
I mean, that's kind of fair. But you don't have this problem. Stop being a cunt.
Look, I'm a woman. I've been mutated. My hormones are running high. I just want to lie down.
Oh
and
god,
have a
that
nap.
time of the month for a female witcher.
I'm just gonna sort of step away from the wall and go over and just sort of like go past him and sit next to the guy.
Alright.
Or her, rather.
The bartender is going to bring over a mug of water for the downtrodden gentleman who has just been fucking thrust around the place while very, very drunk by your fellow witcher. And he's just going to look at you and just go, I hope you've got better manners than that one. And puts the drink down in front of him and goes, here, drink this. And goes back to tending bar. The drunk man obliges, thinking it's more ale.
Gonna just sort of lightly sip at mine, mainly waiting.
Okay, one of the burly blokes is going, oi, that's my ale, that is. You didn't order a
Just sort of-
drink. He brought a mug of water for the drunk bloke, not for you. So you just sat down at the table next to him and started drinking someone else's ale?
I'm just gonna.
I'm still stood by the door, arms folded, eyebrows raised.
I'm just gonna look down at the drink, look up at him, look down at the drink. Fuck.
It's
How
my
much
ale
is
now.
the usual price of a drink around here?
Considering that we're not using, I'm not gonna say we're using copper or anything. 1 gold.
I'm just gonna dig in my pouch for a minute and then toss him a gold coin.
It's your ale now. Bart! Bart, give me another ale. So now you've bought an ale off a gentleman who'd already bought the ale. Congratulations.
I think you might have the scurvy.
And our very pissed friend is feeling more conscious. I wouldn't say he's not drunk still, but he's feeling more conscious. You're a very pretty woman.
Mm-hmm.
What? You've got lovely blue eyes. Wait,
Sitting there blinking a couple times.
sorry that the room won't sit still long enough. Oh, you're a witcher.
Mm-hmm.
I need more alcohol. Oh, just drink some more of the water, not realizing still that he's drinking water because he is too hammered to pay any attention. So, what do you want?
Just gonna slide up the paper. I know he probably won't be able to read it, but he might notice what it,
He's gonna look at it,
probably is.
look at you, and go, "Why did you slide me 4 letters? Also, I can't read."
Just gonna take the paper back and put it in my pouch.
He's still just kind of staring at you, wobbling side to side.
I'm just gonna lean back, cross my arms, and sort of raise an eyebrow up at him. Like a "the hell would I be here for" kind of look.
Do you know what she's here for, Jeremy? She's here for the monster. Monster. Oh! Uh-oh. No. It's alright. It's alright, friend. It's okay. I'm not going back. You can't make me go back.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts sort of having a panic attack, and his friends are like, "It's okay, mate. It's okay. You don't have to go back. No one's making you go back there.
Oh, fuck.
Just tell the Witcher what you know." It was bloody awful, Witcher. And you can see that he is visibly terrified right now. I don't know what did it. There was blood everywhere. Oh, Mrs. Henderson was... She was sliced in 4 pieces. And her head was missing. Oh, it was horrifying. They never stood a chance. We got there and... Oh, I feel sorry for that poor vicar. Having to bury all of those bodies. And having to figure out which belongs to which. And he just sort of leans over and vomits down the side next to his friend Jeremy. And he's just like, "Oh, fucking hell." And it's just, "Oh, fuck." And he's like, we got there. We saw all the blood and that, and we just ran, Witcher. I don't want to go back there. Don't make me go back there, please. It's south of town. 2-story farmhouse. You can't miss it. Just don't make me go back, please, please. And Jeremy starts comforting him again, saying, "It's all right, mate. It's all right. You're not having to go back. No one's gonna make you go back."
Just gonna nod.
And his friend Jeremy leads him away over towards the fire and sits with him and starts trying to comfort him and calm him down because he is clearly very visibly terrified. And not from talking to a Witcher, by what he remembers seeing there.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna sit and finish my drink, and then I'm just gonna start turn my head to the other two.
I'd like to point out you basically bought half of a tankard of ale. That the bloke was already halfway through.
Oh, I thought it was a new one.
No, he was halfway
I thought
through
you said the
drinking it.
barkeep brought that
No.
and a new one.
No, he brought a mug of water to the drunk bloke. That was all he
Okay, I
brought
thought
over.
that he. Okay, yeah, I got confused.
That's-
there.
I was gonna say, that's
why
why-
I started drinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why Viking was being incredulous about the fact you just leant over and nicked someone else's pint. It's like, oh well, I'll just take this.
I'll just finish my drink.
So you basically gave this guy a gold piece to go buy a new drink after nicking his half a gold piece of ale. So of course he was fine with this.
Yeah, just gonna finish my drink and then turn my head and look at the other two.
Fuck.
So what would you like to do?
And I'm gonna stand up and start walking over towards the door.
Okay.
Just move out of the way. Follow him
I
out.
sort of gesture for you guys to follow me, and then head over towards the farmhouse that the farmer was describing.
2-story farmhouse out of the town.
I like the fact that I got all the information without saying a single word.
Yeah, very convenient that.
Witches are very good at that sort of thing. They have an intimidating presence in general. God damn it. You guys make this so fucking difficult.
Viking, I am going through this as far as I can without saying a single word. I hope you know that.
Aside from fucking shit.
So as you
Yes.
three make your way
Aside from curses.
southwards towards towards the farmhouse, we will have a map change.
Transition.
Hello?
Hey, Viking.
Hello.
I don't think that's how you map change.
It's fine. Just imagine that there is a Batman spinning logo here, or a Witcher spinning logo.
I had my character sheet up, so I couldn't actually see what was going on, and was like, "What's he done?" And then just saw him moving a new tile.
I don't know how to use Roll20 that well. Okay.
Okay,
Shut up.
Viking, at the top, there's a little, page icon thingy. You click that, then you click create new page, and then you can set up everything there.
Right.
And then you can just drag the player's little flag over to that new page whenever you want.
I see. Okay, so we'll have a map change.
That's how I've got
properly.
multiple.
Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle.
Oh god, that was great, Viking.
And then we fucking go away.
Yeah, that's how I just sort of keep popping you guys back between Sandpoint,
Oh.
the world map, and such.
Now you got the fucking DM doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. How do I drag? How do I get you?
Drag what? Okay, so in that little pages tab, you see how there's a little red banner thing that says players?
Oh, I see.
You drag that over to there. You go.
And then where are your tokens?
We have to get them back on here because this is a different page, basically.
All right. And DOS, who is the only PNG, for some reason.
Hooray, transparent backgrounds.
Transparency, son.
And you're the dwarfiest of us all.
Apparently.
It's fine.
This is why I look for portraits, not full body characters.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, you'll walk for a few hundred feet and you enter obviously from this direction. And the first thing that you notice is the stench. It is a
Shit.
smell. No, it's not shit. It is a smell that you're all relatively familiar with, but never to this level. And it is basically the best way of describing it is the smell of death.
It's a charnel house.
Not quite.
So blood and shit and piss.
Less so much the shit and piss. There is some stench of that, but rotting flesh.
Maybe a little bit of cum from.
Sliced
What
open
the
bollocks.
fuck?
I mean, when you die, your body just sort of goes limp and everything just sort of.
It depends. Well, I was gonna say, it depends when you get
Squeezes
stabbed
out.
as well. If you get if you get your guts torn open, then yes, it certainly does smell stink of finish.
But yes, you smell rotting flesh, blood. It's quite a lot for a normal person. For a Witcher, it's even more. It's even fucking stronger to you. And you can see the two-story house on the hill. Just, well, I say hill, up the little mound.
Fuck.
I walk towards the house.
You walk towards the house.
Gonna follow.
Okay. I'm assuming you're all going towards the house.
Yes. I don't know. Are you running?
Yeah, I might as well follow along.
And as you approach the house, could everyone make a perception check for me?
Fuck.
Shit.
No one looked for traps. No, it's fine.
Fuck.
No, perception's not a class skill for me. Interesting.
It should be.
That's what that check mark means, right? Class skill?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, proficiency.
Yes.
Proficiency.
Wow, you're rolling appallingly today.
Get the low ones out the way now.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's a 3. Fuck me.
So, as you all approach, you all notice that the windows are smashed and such. They're smashed inwards. Except for the one that Bert notices, one of them is smashed outwards. The door is busted in. You imagine that's where the guards or militia broke in to find out what the hell was going on. And you can all sort of see a dark red type crimson on the walls inside.
There's no sign of bodies or anything yet, just like...
No. Because you're still outside.
Okay. Do a sort of circuit of the house, see if you can see anything else on the
Okay. You notice that there is... actually, make me a survival check. Let me just make sure that
Gonna be following along, especially
a
since
Witcher
you got
of
my
the
character.
Bear School doesn't have any bonuses to that.
I'm going to be doing a counterclockwise rotation compared to the others. Because I'm a rebel.
It's like, just walking around the house. Yep, definitely a house.
Good job.
Yeah, we're all fucking going, yep. Yeah, it's a house.
That's a house, alright.
Mhm. Definitely a dwelling. It's got 2 floors.
God damn it. Yeah, you don't get any bonuses at that. You all... Fucking hell. So as you all sort of walk around, you two going this way round, and Dos is going the... Or Sim going the other way. No, sorry, but wait. Fucking characters are confusing. You two go that way, and the woman goes that way. There we go.
Bird.
You're a strong, independent Witcher who don't need no hexer.
So as you all sort of walk around, you two notice that there's nothing really on this side that sticks out to you guys as you make your way around. Nothing that sort of sticks out. However, Dos, as you approach this corner, you notice a track or something similar, a track or trail on this cliffside that's something scrambled up by the looks of things.
I use my Witcher sense to follow the trail.
Okay, make me a wisdom check then.
It's the equivalent of like holding Q.
How do I actually roll my ability?
You should be able
Oh,
to
there
just
we go.
click it.
Normal roll, sure.
I mean,
Are you fucking kidding me?
the typical DC for a fresh trail is 10.
Oh, we're doing fairly well.
For each
All right,
hour,
guys, I got my one good roll out of the way.
for each hour that the trail is cold, the DC increases by 2. So I would say 72 hours. That is a DC of 55. Visually, you can see that something with a relatively large foot scrambled up there. Smelling wise, you can't pick up a scent at all from it. But visually, you can see something scrambled up there and is potentially gone off in that sort of northeasterly direction.
I'm going to stare very angrily at the cliff face.
Hmm?
You two both make it over to where she is just glaring at a cliff face like a weirdo.
Hmm?
I'm going to grunt, indicating trail.
Witches have their own language. It's just a series of grunts and fuck.
I was going to say, I'm going to stop and start making some hand signals as if I'm trying to communicate silently.
I'm
See
just-
if she picks up on it.
I'm just imagining military signals. What's over there?
Yeah, but basically, with the. Don't know why I pressed push to talk then as I was miming. It doesn't come across. That's not how it works.
They will see it if I push to talk. You will now notice this trail of rather large footprints, definitely bigger than any animal.
Can I roll to see if I know the footprints, or at least roughly what it could be?
You do have a bestiary. What does that do specifically?
Anything that I fight or study the corpse of / fighting area, or if it's alive,
Okay, so
I get
yeah,
a
that's
bonus
after
as
you.
well as knowing like everything about it.
Yeah, that's after. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that would be
level 5. I could have encountered a few things, but
Oh
that'd
yeah,
be up to you.
you've encountered a few things. So that would be, that would be an investigation check, or maybe. I'm gonna say either nature or investigation, whichever you prefer on that one.
One versus a 4, and it didn't matter much.
Just roll a single D8 to sort of see comparatively to anything in your bestiary. So 16. It could be, looking at the things you've fought and defeated in the past, and from your extensive knowledge of monsters and such, there are several beasts that the footprint could fit. None of them would really attack humans, though, or come this close to a settlement. They tend to, and they don't tend to be in this area of the world either. They tend to be more on the eastern side of the continent. So either it is a very bold or terrified monster of a certain kind, or you've not encountered this monster before. Both are slightly concerning.
Can I climb up the cliff and see if I can just sort of head in the direction the trail was going?
Make an acrobatics check.
Oh, goody.
I take 20.
You're all Dex characters. You should be good at this. You managed to scramble up pretty aptly. Just a couple of big jumps off the wall. Managed to get up there. The trail, unfortunately, stops the moment you reach the top.
Gonna look back at the house and just sort of look over the area.
Okay.
Kiki Morin.
I don't think a Kikimora leaves that kind of trail. They leave a very specific kind of trail. And it doesn't usually leave dead bodies. That's good eating. Make a perception check for me. That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Okay, you see
First
that...
and last natural 20 of the day.
You see from your
I got one earlier.
higher point...
Did you?
Technically, yes, but it
was an
wasn't counted.
advantage roll.
That was an advantage roll,
Yeah.
so it wasn't counted. You see, from your vantage point, that the second floor window on this side of the building has actually been smashed in. So it would appear that whatever monster clambered up here kind of just jumped off the side of the cliff face into there. I say cliff face, it's a sort of 5, 6, probably about an 8-foot tall cliff type thing. It's just sort of a sheer hill rather than an actual cliff face.
I'm just gonna sort of crouch down and wave my hand to the others,
Yoo-hoo!
and then put my finger over my mouth and point at the window.
Okay.
I'll
Then I'm gonna just sort of slide back down and move towards the door.
as I say, I'll pull the silver sword and start walking towards the door.
I'm gonna pull my silver sword out as well.
Just as a note,
I don't want to feel left out. I'll pull my silver sword
Actually,
out
wait,
as well.
Just as a note.
wait. Is the pendant
your
doing
passive
anything?
perception
That's
would allow
true.
you to always tell what the pendant is doing. The pendant is not moving.
Oh, okay.
Gonna pull out the
It's not
steel.
what?
It's not shaking.
Okay.
Not
so-
moving, not glowing,
yeah,
none
then,
of that.
Yeah,
I'm
then
gonna pull
steel.
out silver.
So there is
Or
no
steel,
magical creature nearby.
Big ass two-handed sword.
That's going to work well
Perfect,
in CQB.
perfect for interior. Yeah, perfect. It's exactly what
It's
you want.
like using a fucking HMG in a CQB environment.
I'm gonna go and
mean,
clear a
it's
building. What
walls.
with? A lance. It's okay. I can hit him with the blunt end.
Hey, Runic, don't feel too bad.
One of my characters is a large character. There's no way he's gonna go inside a building.
So I'm guessing you all stack up on a door like a SWAT team.
Yep.
Who's going in first?
Gonna point at the person with the big ass sword.
Okay.
I was just gonna sort of shrug and do the sort of like vague hand movements that actually mean like I don't think he knows sign language, so it's just vague hand movements because you two are just grunting at each other. It's like, oh, I'll go one better and not say a thing. Vague hand gestures, and then going through the door.
Okay, you barrel through the door, and the moment you enter, I'm actually going to ask you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
No one checked for traps.
Hmm.
Wow, that's a natural 20.
Hey,
Okay.
D20.
You,
Okay.
You,
In a row.
I know this is getting spooky now.
you barrel into the room and you stop. And witches have strong stomachs, but this even makes your stomach churn very slightly. But you've seen not worse and not really equal, but you've seen some pretty fucked up shit. And this is pretty bad, but it doesn't make you vomit.
You turn towards the door and sort of mime holding my nose and then vomiting.
Are you two both going in?
I'm just
I
gonna
grunt
nod,
with
and then with my
nose and-
free hand, I'm gonna just hold my nose shut.
Yeah, I was gonna say same thing.
Okay. I'm still going to ask you to make a Constitution roll, but at advantage. Constitution saving throw at advantage.
Mm.
Fuck.
That is a 6. That did not go well for you. That is a 21. Sim, you've also seen some shit, but nothing ever quite like this. And you don't vomit, but you certainly feel your ale starting to come back up a bit.
There's a watering in your eyes.
Dos, you're fine. You've seen pretty fucked up shit, but same as Bert. Oh, he's gone. Oh, there you go. Same as Bert, you hold your stomach. Nothing's gonna shake you that badly.
Told each other our names?
Do what?
Have we told each other our names?
Nope.
No.
You've barely
Okay,
spoken 5 fucking words to each other that isn't fuck or hmm. And now we've got a
Bullshit.
fucking mute over here.
A very sudden mute too.
Uh-huh. So as you
So, talking fine to the villagers, it was just you, cunt.
as you all glance around the room, you notice that there is blood, dried blood, caking every piece of this wall, room, everywhere. Clothes, the lot, soaked and drenched in blood. There is...
Any?
Oh,
Sorry,
no,
go on.
ask a question.
Is there any bits of people lying around, or is it just blood? Not any parts?
There doesn't appear to be, but you can definitely smell something that smells like rotting flesh. But all of your senses are currently quite overwhelmed by the stench in here.
I'm gonna use R to prestidigitate the stench out of the house.
That's not going to work due to the fact that the source of it is still inside.
Act as a desk fan in one side. Just...
Move
just
to a
gonna-
distillery.
I'm just gonna look towards the other two, and then just sort of hold up a hand, like miming fire.
No, don't burn the house down.
Hmm.
I'm gonna start. Just glancing at the sort of Miami one. I was like, I'm gonna start rummaging through stuff, slightly out of his, like just off to his side. I don't want us to stand in front of him if he's holding a hand up. I'm like, I'll just start looking through things, like lifting up beds or anything else that's in there.
Okay.
Rummaging around for.
Are you using your hands?
I was gonna start poking. Well, just like, essentially just put one hand on the greatsword and stick it on the shoulder, and then start moving stuff around with the other hand.
Okay. Everything is sticky. Like blood sticky.
Yeah, that's fine. I had a swim in a pond earlier. I'm not phased by things being sticky. This is why I go swimming in ponds.
Fair enough. Make an investigation check for me.
I'm a witcher. You get sticky.
That's
You're
Not
very
that can be
sticky.
sticky.
Well, you get very sticky depending on who you're with, yeah.
That's fair. Nice. So as you're looking around this room, it's sort of there's steps going up
You can see it.
and that sort of thing. There's a wooden table that appeared to have a dinner or something set out, which has got rotten food on it now, and is also covered in blood, so I wouldn't advise eating it. That's how epidemics start.
It's like the beginner's guide to disease spread.
There,
Don't eat food that's covered in blood, kids.
there's a fire that appears that it was put out with blood. There was what probably was a reasonably nice carpet for a farmer's house, drenched in blood. The wooden floorboards and such, drenched in blood.
Siren. I found you a campfire.
Oh god.
Oh.
We just need to light it. Holds up, Big D.
The ceiling is covered with blood. Like, this entire room is red. And there is a bed, a small bed down here. You imagine it was for a child, possibly an elderly member of the family, you're not really sure. And as you sort of lift the mattress, you see under the mattress and just under the bed, because it's basically a couple of wooden slats across holding the sort of straw in. You see underneath it, there is a head. Just looking up at you with horrified eyes. And a screaming face.
Well, I guess there's no Lupperkin here.
Runic.
Have we lost him? Oh no.
So, can you
Runic.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I legitimately heard nothing up until Red going runic. I was like, I just assumed you'd been particularly quiet.
You found a human head underneath the mattress.
Oh, just a head. Oh, that's fine.
Horrified, screaming, terror in the eyes, hair
So
going
not
white.
attached to anybody.
Nope. Pale, pale, pale skin, hair beginning to go white,
Okay. So
like pure white.
You just sort of grab it by the hair, lift it up, and sort of wave it at the other two.
As you start waving it in your hand, you feel
Not like flailing it. just sort of like lift it up by the hair and just sort of gesture to the other.
Fair enough. And you will see what would best be described as the screaming face of potentially a woman. Think a shrunken head type face put on a normal human's body. That kind of head. Of that kind of emotion. Pure terror and fear on the face.
Is there anything that you might have encountered in the past that would do something similar? Or any ideas of like anything you've been taught about that would leave something?
Again, make a nature or a survival check. Your choice.
Da-da.
Fucking
Jesus.
hell.
Ooh.
There are a couple of beasts that you know of that potentially could scare someone this badly. But similar to Red, the only real monsters that you know of that a Witcher would need to be there to deal with that could do this don't tend to come close to civilization. If they do, they're either scared by something else or they're acting out, which is both equally scary.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna head to the stairway
Okay.
and start moving upstairs.
Following behind you.
As you two start making your way upstairs.
I'm just gonna. So after looking at the head, I'm gonna turn and go. Well, you know what this. Where the fuck have they gone? I should sort of look up and go, oh, they're fucking upstairs. So I'll follow them up. I'll put the head back on a table, just sort of delicately on top of the table, and walk upstairs.
Centerpiece of the
Yeah.
blood breakfast. So as you all go upstairs, you
Part of a bloody balanced breakfast.
you see that upstairs is mostly just a bedroom type area. There's not really like downstairs was sort of kitchen living kind of area. There were some chairs, a big kind of cushiony type sofa thing full of straw and stuff. And upstairs it's mainly just like straw beds and such, similar to the one that was downstairs. A couple of chairs and that and bedside tables. This is also covered in blood. But the blood is more centralized on the beds. There is some scattered around the place, all over the floor, some on the walls and such, but a good portion of it is on the beds.
Go check the bed then.
Okay. What would you like to do at the bed?
I'm gonna flip the mattress over.
Okay, you flip the mattress over. 2 more heads come out. No.
It's just like it's a Jack in the Box. Boing.
You notice there is a kind of, it's a sort of stab mark type thing going through the mattress, and as you lift it up, there's a sort of indentation in the wooden floorboard.
Does it penetrate the wood, or?
It leaves a mark on the wood, that's for sure, a few inches deep.
Okay. Can I Well, no, I don't think I could recognize the incision mark for claws.
From all your knowledge combined, you could potentially, you know, it's definitely a clawed animal or monster, and it is likely that it's unlikely that it was it's unlikely that it was a witch or sorcerer-made beast. It is probably a wild beast of some description. But what, from a dig out of a piece of wood, you can't tell.
Right, I'm gonna rip open the mattress to see if there's anything inside.
Straw.
Oh. Okay.
Since no one's actually been talking to each other, do we know that the other two of us know that there's like one of the windows looks like it's been smashed in from the outside?
As you've
Looks
come
like the creatures are up
upstairs, you can see glass. Well, wood. Yeah, they wouldn't have glass. Sort of a wooden splintering all over the floor, and the bit of cloth that they had up for a curtain is entirely torn in two.
I'm gonna look over look around the window frame and see if there's any like conveniently caught bits of fur or
blood or anything like that.
Yeah, or that sort of shit.
Make me an investigation
Aha! I
check.
found a toenail clipping of the creature.
I will use my
You can insert
CSI
it
knowledge
into
to
the
figure
ground.
out what it is.
From this, I can sit there, put it in the computer, and just keep saying enhance, and then it'll figure out what it is.
This isn't NCIS.
Quadrant 4 or 5. No, Blade Runner would work really well in Shadowrun.
Probably, yeah.
It is sort of the same.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like
Although apparently now that it's been said that Blade Runner and Alien are the same universe
I mean,
somehow.
possible.
I'm not surprised. It's
Yeah, I know.
supposed to. I was gonna say it's Ridley Scott. It's supposed to be the same sort of stuff with all of their stuff, isn't it?
I think most of them are supposed to be interconnected.
Yeah.
Yes, investigation.
Not, of course, at the same time, but
Yeah.
Anyways, back on track.
Yeah. Anything interesting?
Investigation
Window-
check.
Investigazione.
Investigazione.
I'm shit at these. Jesus wept. What's going on?
How? You are the anti-Will Wheaton.
Werebear is scared.
So, as you were sort of investigate the window, you see there is again another sort of almost claw mark into the wood. It's difficult. It's almost impossible to tell what the monster is from the claw mark itself. But whatever it is, it has got or has more than 3 claws.
Okay, so it looks like a sort of hand kind of grasp, but with 3 claws.
Yeah, it's definitely got 3 claws, but it could have more. You can't really tell.
Okay.
But other than that, you just sort of see that it's pretty badly splintered, and there is a rather large chunk out of the window frame, presumably where it came through.
Hello.
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 Everything went quiet.
I think we lost Runic again.
No, I'm just thinking. Okay, so if that's definitely the way it sort of came in, did you say it looked like it came out that way as well?
There was one window downstairs that appeared to be smashed out.
Okay.
But you imagine
gone
that
in.
it's potentially from that roll. You imagine that this is potentially where it entered from.
Okay, so it's come in one way and gone out. All right. There's nothing else other than 3 clawed stuff. Is there anything else kicking about inside the room itself?
Not that you can see. There's a lot of blood covering everything, but nothing really of value or that notices that could potentially pertain to what this beast is.
Okay. What do we think?
Okay, then.
I'm gonna head back downstairs.
Okay.
And I'm going to search for a entrance to a cellar or something.
Okay. So you head back downstairs. That's not you, that's you. And you look around, and there doesn't appear to be a cellar or anything like that.
Stomp around looking for loose boards.
You find one.
I rip it up.
Yeah, okay. You pull it up through the sticky blood, and you can see as you pull it up, the blood is soaked like 3/4 of the way through the plank. And inside you find 5 gold
Oh,
in a bag.
jackpot. I take the gold.
You imagine this was where they hid their money, but until you carelessly and totally heartlessly ripped it up, it hadn't been touched.
Are you trying to guilt trip me?
Yes, I fucking am.
Viking, they're dead. They don't need it anymore.
Not the man. He's still alive.
That was one of the guards.
This isn't his house? Yeah, this isn't
Or
his
no, that was
house.
one of the- Okay.
Yeah, everyone, as far as you are aware, everyone in this house was murdered brutally.
Oh, okay.
I like the as far as you're aware there. Turns out it's taken 2 of them back.
We only found one head.
That's true. Okay, so there's no all the signs do definitely look like a monster of some sort has gone after the bodies though. It doesn't look like there's been any.
It doesn't look like a bandit or anything like that could do this.
Okay.
And the if you examine the head again, you can see that when you picked it up, that the head was not cleanly cut off with like a sword or anything. It was definitely sort of ripped off.
Metal.
That's fucking metal.
Fucking metal.
I heard Metal Alchemist is actually getting another season.
Raz, thank you for the 100 bits. Damn.
Okay, so head. Well, I'll relay the information to the other 2.
Okay, are you all downstairs now?
Mm-hmm.
Could you all roll me a perception check at advantage, please?
Dun dun dun.
Hmm.
Let's see if Runic gets another 20.
Fucking doubt it. Jesus!
Fuck's sake, Runic.
I don't know what's happening.
4 20s in a row. Why can't you roll this good in Pathfinder? Sad and confused bear noises.
Sitting in a corner eating marmalade sandwiches.
You're not fucking Paddington. That is... which would you like to take? The 22 or the 22?
I think I'll go with the 22.
So,
I don't know. You should probably go with the 22.
A fine choice, sir.
so as you are all about to start conversing and Bert starts to explain, you all hear very faintly, and you only pick this up because of your enhanced senses, a good 50 to 60 feet away from the house, you hear, "Aga, Here. Here. Asye. Asye. And then the very quiet patter of feet on potentially stone, possibly the road. You're not really sure.
Is
What was
the
the
pendant
amulet doing?
shaking?
Your amulets are not shaking.
I keep my steel in hand.
I ready my steel sword. And I cast Yarden near the doorway.
You're gonna cast it on the doorway. Okay. Any of you gonna look out the fucking window?
I
or-
was just about to step through the
I'm
doorway,
going
but I'll just sort of like, no.
No, you can step through the doorway. It doesn't harm allies. I am actually going to.
Yeah, I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not. You know, I'm not taking any chances here. It's like I don't know whether she class me
Okay.
as an ally.
I
or
don't
Guardian
think
14.
it fails. It's setting
I
a
really don't know
trap
what I
on
was rolling
something.
Well, look, listen. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm just gonna like slowly creak the door open and look outside.
Okay. Down the road, down here, you see a group of 5 goblins.
You mean Neckers?
No, goblins. This is a crossover. Shut the
Okay.
fuck up.
This fucking train smashes into you. This is a crossover.
Would goblins be counted as magical beasts
No.
in this world? Okay.
This is like sort of looking at the necklace, poking it a bit.
Can I try to sneak behind the house?
Roll me a stealth check. This will be against the goblin's perception, which
Fuck.
is cock, so you know. What did you roll?
7.
7.
Let me
Oh,
just.
don't I need to roll a 1d4?
Perception is wisdom. Okay, yeah, they rolled a 5. So they
Wait.
don't spot you as you sneak around the house.
Viking, should I roll a 1d4 for
Uh,
Yarden?
that yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you might have wanted to wait because even if it's 4 turns, that's only 16 seconds.
Well, I already cast it.
I will allow you to
So
change
it's-
the meta.
Okay.
You can
Who turns
hold.
when
Hold
combat
on.
starts?
Hold on, Cybern, did you cast it empowered or standard?
Standard.
Okay,
It
then
doesn't
yeah,
really
that
matter.
doesn't really cost anything.
It was a bonus action. It'll be gone by the time they reach there, but you know.
Okay, I'll cast it again as soon as they reach there. Just spam Yarden at the door.
So yes, this group of 5 goblins is rather stupidly making their way up the road towards the house, and they're sort of all gonna split off a bit towards. They're forming a phalanx. No, they are all gonna sort of split off to sort of take in the house. Could everyone make me a stealth check, please?
Stealth.
Again?
Yes, everyone. That's assuming you don't want to be spotted right now. You
There we go. That's
Sim, you are fine because you are not invisible. But
just stood in the middle of the hallway with a
Bert,
two-handed
Bert,
sword.
an
Bert,
A10
Bert.
just flies over. All the
God, I
goblins are
wish it would.
minced. You all hear one of the goblins go, "Eh! Human!" And could everyone roll me initiative, please? Not you.
Rawr.
Fuck.
You don't count. Where is the initiative counter? There it is. 10 order.
Good question. Where is the initiative?
There should be an initiative button. Let me add your all names.
It's the button underneath the
Wait, what the fuck? Why'd it roll Why'd it roll twice for me? Fuck.
Don't know.
Hmm.
Either way, wouldn't that be in the surprise round since I'm still stealthed up?
You would get a surprise round if you want to take your action now. Oh, it already adds you. Okay.
Yeah, as
If
long
you
as
click
you
the,
click your token.
All right. So we will take 15 as that was your first one. And now I also need to add because they were
15, and you turn into a bear.
they
Oh,
will
no, wait,
all
that's me.
act on the same one. Why not? Oh, they get good on this. Not that good. And they get a.
They did good.
They get a 9. So you actually go after them, Sim. But
Fuck.
because if you guys wish to attack, you would get a surprise round because they don't know you two are there. They only know about Bert. Would you two like a surprise round to attack, or would you prefer to stay hidden for the time being?
I've got some throwing knives, right?
If you wanted to take some throwing knives, you could well have some.
It was that or the crossbow, right?
Yes, it was. So yeah, you have either.
Then I've got the knives.
Yeah.
Problem is, they're not in here.
Let me have a look on D&D Beyond. Hang on. D&D Beyond is actually great for 5e.
By the way, does it look like they're going to attack?
There is also an abacus. They have drawn weapons, yes.
Okay.
There is... Oh... Dagger. Fuck it, you throw a dagger, why not? 1d4 piercing from thrown from 20 feet.
It's dex to hit for thrown.
Yeah.
For throwing knives, right?
And I'll say you're proficient with them, so you add your proficiency bonus as well.
1d4
1d4 piercing, yeah.
plus.
Plus your proficiency, which is 3, plus your dexterity, which I believe is also 3.
Well, no, for damage.
Oh.
Here it says strength.
Plus
would be
dex. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it's dex for any thrown or arrowed weapons. And as witches... As witches, you
arrowed weapons.
Shut the fuck up. As witches, you automatically get weapon finesse where at level 1 because you're specialized killers. So you can choose either one-handed, two-handed, or dex or strength.
Good. Well, if he's going to throw a knife, are there any of them that are within 15 feet of me?
Let's have a look. If I can find the fucking line tool, there it is. That one definitely is. And that one is as well.
Just the one?
2 of them.
Like in a cone?
I would say, yeah, they're in a cone.
Right, as my surprise, I'm going to cast Basic Yard on them.
Basic yard?
Hard.
Hard. Okay.
Hard.
Okay, so in a 15-foot cone, so they have to make a strength save against your DC of 13?
Fuck. No, DC of the Ard sign, which is 9 here.
Okay.
So it says, bonus action, you blast a 15-foot cone with telekinetic force. First 2 creatures hit with the area must make a strength saving throw against your sign save, which is 9.
No, your sign save is your sign DC. So that would be 8 plus your proficiency plus your wisdom. What is that?
Oh. 8 plus my proficiency plus my wisdom. What's my proficiency?
Proficiency should be above your skills and ability saves.
It should say proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
Underneath the little box that says inspiration. I think it's
3.
Yeah.
So that
so
would be
8, 11,
14.
12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14. And it deals
That one
1d4 plus 1 damage?
Yeah, that one makes his save. And that one does not. He is thrown 10 feet away. So he ends up being knocked on his ass over here. Because it does do knockdown, I do believe. Oh, or is knocked prone and is dealt 10 damage. So do you want him to fly back or take take 1d4 damage and knocked over?
It's enough. I have to choose between the two.
Yeah, on a failed save, the creature is
Oh,
either
my
knocked back
favorite
10
is not
feet
that.
or is knocked prone and dealt 1d4.
Knocked prone and dealt 1d4.
Okay, roll the 1d4 then. I should probably get my dice.
And that'd be
back.
one.
That is 1 damage. Right then.
No, it's 2, because I have 1d4 plus 1. Right? Or am I misreading this?
No, you are quite correct, because it does take into account your wisdom damage, I do believe. So let me just add their health. This one is at 6. I should have copied them when I had the chance, but oh well.
See, first two creatures, prone. On a save, they take half damage. I push 5 feet away. So if the other one saved it, he takes 1 and is pushed back 5 feet.
Okay. Wait, is that what that says? Oh, yeah.
On a save, yeah.
So he's pushed back to here, and he takes 1 damage. So, there we go.
Damn dogs.
Okay. So they know you're there now. Sim, what are you doing? Because they are not within 20 feet of you. And DOS, you
And
have
throwing knives only go like what, 20 feet?
yes. According to D&D Beyond, anyway.
I was going to say that the other issue is that there's a fucking building in them.
That is also true.
Like, hang on, I just... Shit, wait, where did this house come from?
Oh yeah, I snuck behind it. Now I remember.
Just gonna shift 15 feet, and then basically like using the house to hide behind. So like just outside of this wall, just sort of whip one at. That's the goblin he damaged.
The one that, yes, that one that's not in the phalanx. Don't know why the goblins formed a phalanx, but they did deal with it. Okay, so roll to hit.
So hear them out front bashing the spears against the shields, going, "Oh, oh!" Like, we've got problems. Oh dear.
I would fucking
Oh,
say
gee.
so. That's 1d4, right? Plus dex. So that's 2d4
1d4
plus,
3.
plus your dex.
Oh wait, no.
No, don't
Why
roll
can't
it
I actually roll
again.
damage. Yeah, why can't I? Is there no way to roll damage? Like just damage?
I don't
No,
think
think
so.
so.
So if you just roll a roll 2d4 and add on
Oh,
your
shit.
modifier. What the? That's not.
Um,
What the fuck, dude?
Hang on, I accidentally pressed something.
That's 6 damage. So as you throw your dagger, from out of nowhere, this guy fucking
RKO, I don't know.
yeah. Suddenly, Randy Orton appears out of nowhere. This guy takes it directly in the gob and is out completely. He is down.
and like a knife in the wind, no one knows what happens.
Uh-huh. And now we are moving over to... actually, hang on. Let's see. Do they notice you? Because you are hidden. They notice you. That's a natural 20.
I just sort of whip the knife, like nail him in the head, and go, "Yes!" Then realize
Yes!
it's a bit too loud and go,
Fuck!
Oh,
Hey,
me too.
another one! Fuck! But yeah, that one's dead. And that moves us on to Bert Ono. Yoko Ono.
Come on, keep
Uh,
getting those 20.
That's not gonna happen.
"I did good to hit, just not good to damage."
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just move out here.
I believe you get the ability to do two
attacks
sword
at level
attacks.
5.
Yeah. I'm going to say 2
So I'm gonna
sword
deck this
attacks
one
instead
first.
of like thrown as well.
deck this one first.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, deck this one
Oh, yeah.
first. Oh,
Runek, really
Mhm.
quick. What do you have as your fighting style?
2-weapon fighting.
Okay.
So reroll ones on 200 attacks.
No, you add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack.
Great weapon fight. Oh, sorry, no, great weapon fighting. I meant not 2-weapon fighting. I meant
Okay,
2
yeah,
weapon
yeah, yeah.
fighting. Roll 1 or a 2 on a damage die. You can reroll it.
Yep.
All right. So deck that first one.
Yeah, 2-weapon fighting is like if you're rogue fighting.
Yeah, I know. I know the difference. I just fat fingered it. I say fat fingered it.
That's fine. Alright, roll down.
Normal
roll. to hit.
roll. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Roll 2d. No, roll 4d6.
No, because I'm School of the Bear, so it's 3d6 plus 3 basic.
Oh, fucking hell.
So
Roll
6d6.
6d6 plus your ability and your proficiency, or whatever the fuck it is.
Don't they only have 6 health?
Possibly.
They've got 7
I wanna
in
see does this
5e.
work?
This guy is going to get.
Yes, it does. There you go. Hang on. 3d6 plus 3. So I'll roll another 3d6.
No,
as
we'll
well.
just take that. 13 and
Okay.
double it. So that's 26.
Plus
Plus
9.
9. So
Oh well,
he's
no.
fucking
Well, that's
dead.
what it is. Sorry, that's what they are. That is a crit. That's 2 times the dice rolling.
That's
That's
3d6.
3d6
Yeah.
plus 3.
That's what I mean. Yes, but if you hover over the 13, that's 3d6
Oh,
plus
yeah.
my bonus, and then the next one is the critical 3. So
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
so it
22.
did roll twice.
Oh, fair enough.
So,
Yeah.
So that's. Yeah.
22, yeah.
He's fucking
Next one.
dead.
Wait, how did you roll damage?
You click the name of the weapon. As long as you've got it in the thing properly, it should roll damage fine. So if you click on where it just says throwing knife on the actual tab on the right, so where it shows up with the number you've rolled, if you throw underneath, like if you click throwing knife.
Click that. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Because that's what I tried to do on yours, and it was like you didn't do this. I'm like, it's like, I'm sorry. Okay, we'll do it again on the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Does that hit?
That does. Roll damage.
I'll do that. Oh, I rolled a 1. I'll re-roll that one, please.
Roll another d6.
Right,
That's
so
18 damage. Oh, that would be
14
17
damage.
damage.
No, we're 40. Yeah, so sorry, I can't count.
You slice this one in half.
Thump. Thump.
Stop it. This
Get off.
supposed to be a challenging encounter. I sent level 1 goblins against level 5 witches, and it's a
I was like,
challenging encounter.
I mean,
You're gonna sit there and just look at, make sure that the pendant isn't actually vibrating as I'm stabbing these, and going, if it's not, I'm like, this is interesting.
Goblins are humanoid. Anything with the humanoid tag isn't classed
That's
as
true.
magical, so as such, steel works on it. Now it's the goblins' turn.
Viking.
Hello.
Something that you have to keep in mind, by the way, when designing encounters.
Hmm?
When you look at the challenge rating of enemies.
Oh yeah, I know, it's a 1/4.
No. Here's the thing, though.
Well,
You have to add up all of the levels of the players to get an equivalent level for challenge rating that you should throw at them.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, this wasn't supposed to be challenging.
Oh, I thought you said this was.
I was joking. Right. So, it's now the goblin's turn.
oh shit! Bonus action. Quen.
Okay, so you're going to shield yourself as well.
Yeah, bonus action Quen.
So,
Just in case.
that means...
Just as the basic, which just means that I have resistance to all damage types for 1 round or until I'm.
Right, so that will half any damage you take.
Yes.
Yeah. So, nails it. Nails it. Okay. So,
It's just distant dice rolling.
both of them are going to pull out their short bows and fire on you, Runic, as you're the one standing out in the open. So that is
Currently with a goblin shish kebab.
indeed. That is
2 for
a
1.
13.
It's just both on the sword at the same time.
What is your armor class?
13 misses, I believe. Yes, AC is 6.
Okay. And that is an 18.
So that will hit.
That will hit. I need to get my d6 out. Clang, clang, clang. Come here, you bastard.
So
That
take
is
half of
a
this.
5 plus 2, so that's 7 rounded up, right? That's how D&D works? 5e? You round up damage or
Whichever.
you round down?
I usually round down personally, but
Okay,
whatever.
well, we can
So, what,
round
7?
down. So 7
Ooh.
half down. So that would be
So 3.
3. Yeah.
So 54. Okie dokie.
Yeah, he is the brute tank.
Well, yeah, it's cool.
I'm a bag of hit points.
And that brings us to
Flailing around a sword with goblins still.
that brings us to DOS, who is probably going to crash and only has 64 kilobytes of RAM.
Fuck's sake.
Or is 2. Which are you, Spanish or shitty computer OS?
Well, I prefer to be called Ocelot. Thank you very much. My
I'm
pronouns are
Ocelot.
Elo and Bite. How far is the closest, the furthest goblin?
The furthest
From me?
goblin from you, I think that's, what, 20 feet. Both of them are
20
20 feet
feet.
from you.
Well, the one on the right, I'm gonna charge out and swing him with my sword, and I'm using the dueling technique.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So you will move after him. You have more than enough to get there. And what does dueling technique do?
+2 to
see-
hit when you use
When a melee
one-handed
weapon,
weapon.
you get. Okay, yep. To damage
Yeah.
rolls with that weapon.
Yeah,
So,
+2 to damage.
swing your sword. And you miss.
Fuck, I saw that coming too. I'm gonna swing again.
Okay, you do have that ability as a witcher.
That's not that. I misclicked on the silver sword.
To take
Steel
your
sword.
second action. That is odd.
What? That is not what I clicked. God damn it. Zoom in.
He is
Zoom
thrown
in.
55
Steel
feet across the
sword.
room.
Submit.
Enhance! Enhance!
That also
They go
misses.
through. Motherfucker, I'm gonna cast Quinn as my bonus action.
Okay, so you are now. Let's find a way of marking this. That'll work. A cricket ball. I mean, I think that's nullified or muted, but that works as a shield. And Sim. Actually, no, yours was nullified after you took that hit.
I'm going to run up here,
Okay.
and I'm going to use a bonus action. Igni,
Okay.
which catches both of them.
Both of them. Are you empowering?
Decent question. I'm tempted to just murder them outright, but no.
It's like, just ash fled, just drifts in the wind.
So, yeah, no, just standard.
Okay.
So, Dex saving throw.
Yep, that is a dex saving throw for them. That is a 15. What is your AC? Oh, your DC?
8 plus wisdom, which is 3 plus proficiency, which is another 3. So 14.
Yeah, so he succeeds. And that
So
is,
half.
that does not succeed. That is a fucking 7. So he's going to take the full amount, but the other one is going to take half damage.
So 7.
7 damage, so this one...
7 for the further.
For the further.
Just nice and crispy.
Yep. He is fucking... Keep forgetting which character is yours. He's fucking toasted.
And then 3 on the nearer, right?
Yes, 3 on the nearer. Same rules apply to you guys.
He is a roasty toasty.
And
Toasty!
because I basically just shoved fire into his eyes, and that was a bonus action, sword.
Yes, you did. You haven't attacked, have you?
Oh boy.
That does not hit.
Damn it.
You get a second one, though.
Fuck.
That does hit. Roll damage.
I am duelist. Oh my, that's max damage.
Well, I'll just do this straight away.
That's a 6 on a d6 plus the 5. 3 from Dex, 2 from duelist.
Congratulations. You have murdered 5 pretty harmless goblins. And by now your Quinn has
They're
run
only
out.
harmless to us.
Yeah, but this is the point of moral quandary where we actually find out these were goblins that were coming to visit the family who would feed them on weekends to find out to make sure they were okay. And
You-
we've just murdered this family's friends.
with
and with your
stairs?
passive perception, you do see a note under the mat.
Let the goblins in for the.
make sure the goblins are well fed. And that ends the combat. For now.
Hmm.
Do you want to search their bodies?
Okay, make an investigation check.
I'm gonna recover my knife that I threw.
Okay. What are your passive perceptions, by the way?
16.
Okay.
Either of you two?
Yeah, also 16.
I think I'm 13. I
Passive
imagine
wisdom perceptions, yeah, 16.
that. Yeah, 13.
Okay. Fucking 5. You will notice that your pendants are shaking. Very gently and very lightly, but they are shaking.
That's a putting the sword away and drawing the silver.
Yeah.
Yep, gonna just clean off the steel, put it away, and draw the silver.
I've got to shake the goblins off first.
It's just a fucking goblin kebab on this great
I
sword.
was gonna say, it's just like, can I just like overhand see it and see if the goblins just slide off and like go a bit of a distance?
I'm just kind of imagining all you do is
Wait, I have a,
you
I have
go,
a
you
brilliant idea,
swing
Riddick.
your sword over your back to put it on your back and fling the goblins off.
Front of the house.
I've got a brilliant idea. You keep them on your sword, and you just sort of point it towards an enemy and then use hard.
What, the fire the goblins off? I don't think I have hard.
Aww.
Or did I
Goblin
pick hard?
cannon, go!
No, I did pick hard. I did pick it. That's totally what I'm doing.
Oh god.
Right. Let's just keep that over the shoulder for now. Then I'll keep my silver sheathed on my back.
Okay, and off in the distance, you reckon probably a good 200 feet, which would explain why your pendants are not shaking very much. You hear a sort of scream.
My God, somebody's TV's on the fence.
Their aerial must have been knocked out by my
I
sword.
was gonna
Oh
say,
my god, you talk.
what, me? Well, I mean, I was talking to people before. I thought we were going sneaky like.
And all of you roll me a. I'm gonna say. Fuck.
I'm
I
gonna
can
say
roll
fuck.
This would be a survival check.
Is rolling a fuck like rolling in the hay?
So did I.
Yes.
Rolling in the fog.
And we wait for Cybran to scroll around his character sheet. There we go. So, why did it roll twice for you? What are you doing?
I don't fucking know.
Stop tapping it! The first one is the one that applies. So, you two, Sim and Bert, you can hear it, but it's difficult to pinpoint the direction. Dos, you can tell that it's actually coming from the east.
I point my sword to the east and grunt. That way.
Booga booga.
Also, to address your investigation roll, because you searched the goblins, that was a 16. You find, from one of the goblins' belts, what appears to be a human arm, maybe with a hand. Difficult to tell.
Oh, just a whole arm.
No, from the elbow down, just hanging.
It's been gnawed at a bit.
It's been gnawed at a bit, yeah.
I was just like, did you find an extra arm? Oh, great. Can I? Is this like the upgrade?
Can I attach
Do I have
it?
Do I have a socket for it?
Yeah. You find a few pieces of shiny silver, well, gold pieces, but that's about it.
Are there any rings on that extra arm?
There is one, yes. It appears to be a wedding band of some kind.
Alright, I'll take that.
You're a terrible person. You really are a terrible person.
Hey, as far as you know, I'm gonna give it back to the long lost husband wife person.
The long lost
I'm
husband
sorry,
wife
what?
person. I'll take your word for that one, mate. But yes, so what would you guys like to do?
I'll ready my. I'm gonna grip my sword, my silver sword, in two hands and start walking towards the east very cautiously.
Okay. Also, out of interest, as you three are witches, you have never heard a creature scream like this before. You've heard similar, but never one like this. So as you all make your way east, Viking readies another map. As you all make your way east down the road, leaving the goblin corpses behind, all of you completely unscathed. 5 goblins are no match for a witcher, let alone 3 of you bastards. You make your way down to the east, and because I now know how to do this, you end up transitioning over to a new map. Indeed.
This map looks familiar.
Shut up. It's not where I brutally murdered anyone. Fuck off. And we bring your
I had a
characters.
fundamental misunderstanding of goblin culture at Pathfinder.
Yeah, kinda.
Fundamental. Ah, yes, many brothers died. Brothers?
Wait, what? Oh no!
Gregory? What's this?
You need to cease and fucking desist.
Alright, Dark Edgelord.
I will end you.
Dark Mickey.
Right, that's it. Where the fuck's the fucking demon lord?
I mean...
We could probably
fuck
take
it.
him.
Fuck it. I mean, my school does study the wild hunt, so I'm ready for this.
Actually, that's something I should do. I've just had an idea for another one-shot.
Oh boy.
You remember that story of the random effects table?
Which
The
one?
10,000 random things.
Mm-hmm.
That.
That's my wild magic table. Thank you very much.
just as a constant dream.
No, just in general, you accidentally just do things. So as you're all making your way,
Making my
trailing
way downtown.
fast, you are all trailing this screech that only Doss heard. Well, can work out which way it came from, more specifically. None of you have taken any wounds. Dang it.
I am.
No, you fucking haven't. Oh yeah, you did actually.
Yeah.
It's not much though
Yeah, you
to
took-
you. You took
I got
3
3 hit
damage.
points.
A grand total of 3 hit points lost. God damn. Right. So as you're all making your way, roll a perception check for me. to
No,
that.
what the fuck are you doing? Come on, up here. Up, up. There we go. Zoom? No, wrong.
Enhance.
Enhance.
No, don't roll wisdom.
Ding.
It fucking rolled wisdom, didn't it?
No, it hasn't rolled anything yet. There we go. 22 for perception.
And a fucking natural 20 for Sim. God damn it.
See, I'm having to use the desktop site so I can actually play. Otherwise, it wouldn't let me play on mobile because Roll20 is fucking weird.
Huh.
No, yeah, we have a mobile app, but only for Apple products.
It doesn't work for anything else.
Oh, your DM's not a paying member, so you're not allowed to play.
No, it's not the Dark Wizard of the Universe. Little far to the west for that, I think. So as you are all walking, you encounter. Well, as you're walking, your pendants start to go a bit on the mad side.
Silver in hand.
Silver in hand.
Yeah.
Like
Just for the sake of it, just slowly bring the sword off her shoulder and just shake the goblins onto the floor near.
you wait there.
Just on the floor in front of me. There you go. I'll try and leave them there. And put that
I'm
away
gonna
and pull the
swap over
silver.
to the defensive style. For a +1 bonus to AC. That's really weak, actually.
I mean, it depends. If you've got a low AC, it could be the difference. But as you're walking, your pendants are going insane. And then a Toyga just comes clambering out of the woods next to you. Unfortunately, you are downwind from it, so you didn't smell it until you got a little bit closer. Could all of you roll a... What would this be? This would be... Intimidation. No. Survival checks. And you can add a d8 to those for what you have encountered in the past.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'm gonna add D8 to that.
So that's 14 from DOS.
What? I haven't rolled my D8.
Yes, you
No.
have.
20
Oh,
for
no,
me.
Sim, you. Yes.
23.
Bert doesn't need to.
No.
It's like, it's-
This fucking thing. I've killed you before.
Oh, 18. Okay.
Right, so all three of you have encountered one of these before and faced them. And you know, they're a pretty tough fight by yourself. But with three of you, you imagine it's potentially possible to quite easily kill it. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna
Does
turn to
this-
face it.
well, yeah, I was gonna say, does this look like it could have done what we were after? It doesn't really, does it?
No,
Still the same sort of
it's
creature. Yeah.
too big to fit in the house for a start.
Alright, well, does it look hostile?
Yeah, is it something that's likely to go and murder lots of other people on the road if we don't get rid of it? Equally, are we being paid to get rid of it?
You're not being paid to get rid of it,
Yet.
but it doesn't appear to be hostile at the moment. In fact, it does appear to be moving towards you, but not in an aggressive manner. But it is moving quite quickly.
I'm gonna because I've shaken those goblins off of the sword, like in front of me. So I'm gonna ard those off down here. Gonna fire them off to one side, see if it's just hungry for dead gobbo. Fire it off. Just like
Okay, so it's now.
that's like 1 point of vigor, isn't it?
If you're using enhanced, it is, yes.
Yeah, for it to actually push anything.
So there is now like 2 dead goblins over here.
Does it seem particularly interested in them or not?
Nope, it is still just walking towards you. I say walking, it's kind of a brisk jog.
I'm just gonna sort
Can
of
I-
move off to the side of the road. just
Can I get
Just sort of-
into animal handling to get it to stop?
You could certainly try. That unnatural fucking 20.
Mhm.
Well, you certainly got its attention. As it stops about here and looks at you,
Who's a good freak of nature? Who's a good freak of nature?
you all grab your ears as it screeches at you. And everyone
Bad
roll for
creature.
initiative. You see, you tried to interfere with it. It was probably going to leave you alone. Probably.
Oh, fuck me. Come on.
Did I
Do
just...
you want me to roll that again then, Viking?
yeah,
or-
because I accidentally deleted that. My bad.
Oh, that's much better.
I actually can't seem to select my token.
It's probably because you're on the desktop site. I can do it for you if you'd like.
Okay.
Your DOS Ocelot. Initiative. Roll. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. Actually,
No. Select the character sheet. Select the character. Come on. No, don't open a new tab. Select character sheet. Come on. Come on. Character. There we go.
oh, okay.
Back. Text chat.
So in that case,
Hold down. Okay.
that is an 18. $41. Yeah, that's not quite right. It has a plus
Quite how that works.
plus 30 to its initiative. No, not quite. But he does go first. Followed by Sim. Followed by Dos. Followed by Bert. And unfortunately, I don't have any battle music or anything, I'm afraid.
I do, but it'll get you copyright.
Toss a coin to your Witcher metal version starts. Hang on. I just need to get Silver for Monsters playing.
Fair enough. Right, so it is going to move up to Dos, especially since she's the one who got his attention.
I'm in defensive fighting style.
It is going to take 3 attacks against you.
Oof.
That's plus 6, okay. That is 17.
Oh, well, I have a 15.
Alright. I would make you do a DC 15 Constitution saving throw against disease, but you're immune to disease. So that one hits. And then that one, actually, we will do that one first. That is 2d8. I don't have a second d8. Hang That's a D8. 5, 7, 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then that is a 22 to hit. Don't forget you can cast Kyun on attacks as well.
Oh, I can?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm casting Quinn on that 22.
On that 22? Okay. That's not the damage, that's just a hit. And that is... Fuck me. That is 25 to hit. So all of those hit. That is 1d8. So that is another 5 damage. Plus 4 piercing damage? Yes. So that is 9 more damage for the first one. And why am I rolling twice? That was another 9 damage again. So that works out at 18... 38
38 damage total.
total.
During that last 9, I'll have Quinn cast.
Okay, so that,
That
would
would
take it
be-
down to a 4. So that would take it down to 34. Also,
4.
you... Hang on.
So I started at 45, so I'll be 21. Righto.
You got his attention. And you are grappled by his tentacle. And restrained, so you will suffer disadvantage on attacks.
God damn.
Sim, over to you, buddy. Now you can tell by your pendants, this is definitely a magical creature.
So I'm gonna burn it.
While she is attacked. Okay.
Well, yeah.
You have lovely
else would I
dreadlocks.
do
Say
it?
goodbye.
What else would I do? It's a big scary monster right in front of me. Well, not really scary, but...
I mean, that's fair.
And besides, I'm not gonna hit her.
Are you sure about that?
I think so.
I mean, if you... Yeah, you should be okay. Oh, yeah, you are grappled. What is grappled? Cobweb. There are some weird things in here. What am I going to use with grappled?
And it is going to be Empowered Igni.
Right.
So 15-foot cone.
We use that for grappled.
Yeah, if I do it like this, then yeah, it's fine. Shouldn't hit her, right?
Yeah, that won't hit her anyway.
Oh, fucking fantastic. There we go.
Alright. So it makes a dex check,
Yep.
and it's also going to have its skin lit on fire.
It succeeds on the DC of with a 15. Correct?
Damn. Yeah, 14.
Yep. But it does still
Damn.
take half damage, which is 2d10? No, 1d6 on top of the 1d10. But that is every round, so that is a 1d4.
Okay, so it's 1d10 for just flat damage. So 5 damage, run it down 2. And then it is
Another 1d6. And it sets it on fire for 1d4 rounds.
well, it's okay. So it takes 5 damage
So that's 10
for
damage.
the next 3 rounds.
Alright. So minus 10 of its current health.
No. Okay. It only 2 from the main attack because it succeeded the dex save.
Good point. So
Yeah, so 2
add
damage
3.
initial, and then for its next 3 turns, it takes 5 damage each turn.
Yep. At the start of his
Yeah.
turn. Okay.
Yep, at the start of its turn.
That was your bonus action.
Yep.
Don't forget
so
to
I
mark
am
off
going
one
to
vigor
do-
as well for.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
So then I am going to do a full round attack. Is that a thing in 5e?
I mean, you get 2 attacks with your weapon anyway as a Witcher.
Yeah, it's just a Pathfinder 4 on attack. You do more with it because you spend literally your entire turn attacking.
I
Besides,
don't
like,
think
bonus or
it's a thing in
swipes.
5e.
No.
No.
Because you have your move action, your attack action, and your bonus. Your attack action, you can take 2 attacks because you're a Witcher in this.
Okay.
Rank
I will
5.
just stab then.
Okay. Are you one-handing or
Silver
two-handing?
sword. One-handing, because then I get +2 from duelist.
Okay. This is gonna sound a lot like Laura Bailey, but
12. Is that it?
that does not hit.
22.
That does hit. Roll damage. Oh, lovely dice that I can't read.
9, and then plus what for silver? against
Plus
monster?
1 for your silver sword against
Okay,
a
so
magical
10.
creature. So that's 10 more damage for the both attacks, isn't it? Because you missed the first one.
10 damage, just 10, because only one attack hit.
Yep. Okay, and that ends your turn.
This is gonna be fun.
Dos,
I pissed it off.
you are up.
Can I use R to break the grapple? grapple?
No.
Yeah.
But you can use a athletics check, I believe it is, to break grapples.
Strength.
I mean, you could do
or
a s-
athletics?
you-
I don't
yeah.
know actually.
I'll say strength or
I'll-
athletics, whichever you prefer. Because I'm not that versed on 5e on grapples.
It's the same either way for me, so. Fuck it. Strength check.
Yep, it is against a DC 13.
And it's disadvantaged.
No.
Damn. 7.
Yep, you unfortunately do not break out of the grapple. But you still can. I'll say that was your move, because I think that's how grapples work. You use your move action to try and break out. So you can still try and attack, and you can still ard
How
and
much-
such.
How much vigor would it take to mythically empower Quinn?
A lot more than you have, because that's a level 15 ability.
No.
Yeah, we can't even do that.
You can empower and basic. You can't greater empower until level 15 or level 10, I think.
Right, then I'm just going to empower my Quinn.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
10.
that'd be 1 vigor?
That would be 1 vigor, yes, and that will now last for 3 turns, and you add your wisdom modifier bonus to your AC.
Rightio. So 7. And I guess, look, I'm gonna try and cut off. I'm gonna sunder the tentacle.
You can certainly try. Remember, it's at disadvantage.
That one has disadvantage.
So when it asks for roll advantage, yep. That is a 13. That does not hit.
Nope. Fuck me.
No, thank you. Oh, he's just left.
Yeah, no. I was pressing the back button to get the keyboard to go away, and apparently I pressed one too many times.
I now have 5 d20s. Sorry, 4 d20s. And 4 different sets of each dice. Cool. Zoom in a bit more to get a bit of feel. I can see your health, Runic. It's phenomenal.
It's obnoxious, but it's
It's feasible for a
Right.
level 5 Witcher. Alright, you still have one attack, Cybran.
Do I?
Yes, because you
I
are a
thought
witch,
the.
you can attack twice.
All right, well, I'll try to sunder again then.
Okay. Well, you can't attempt to sunder, but you can certainly attack it. Because I don't believe you have the ability to sunder. That is a natural
Ye-
1.
Give it a stab.
Fucking kidding me. Wait, the disadvantage was a 21. I take that, don't I?
No, that's advantage. Nice try, though. I'm going to say because you have just taken a beating and you are being thrashed around in one of its rather disgusting tentacles, you go to hit it with that second one to try and get the tentacle off you, and you do hit, but you don't cut in because you completely lose the grip on your sword and your sword falls to the floor. So you do not have your silver sword right now. But it is very close to you, so you could potentially pick it up quite easily. And that brings us
There's a forced pull.
to Bert. Let him have it, big man.
I'm gonna sort of do the thing, get to here, and then roll and roll. To shift myself over
To
to that
there?
sort of side of him. Yeah. So you know, like you do, and you get there, and you just roll, and you keep rolling, and you just roll.
What is this,
Like
Dark
Side
Souls?
or
Yeah, you just turn it into a bit of Dark Souls for a bit, and then you.
Why would I be able to sunder?
That's a combat maneuver, isn't it?
I don't believe so. Runic, you know 5e better than me.
Thunder's a specific thing for like 3.5 and Pathfinder, really.
Oh,
yeah.
There's no specifics for Thunder. As far as I can know. Let me just check. I know it's a 3.5 there.
Oh, wait. Actually, DOS. I just realised, with a silver weapon, you gain a +1 to attack and damage rolls. So that 13 would have been upgraded to a 14, which just hits.
Oh.
So roll the damage on that.
You damage that, at least.
What's the silver sword damage?
That
1d8.
1d8
1d8 plus 2.
+2. Well, in this case, +3. That's not bad. So you dig in with your sword before you dropped it.
And then
And I drop it.
That
I'm stuck
when,
in the hive.
when you dug it in, pulling it out, you sort of lost your grip slightly and flung it across the room. There we go. Well, the field. I don't have a sword character sheet. Anyway, sorry, Bert. Back to you. Bertie Bowie.
I'm gonna run round the back.
Yep.
And with my silver sword in two hands,
Yep.
I'm gonna fucking twat him.
That
You
is
go shove it up his ass?
It's just sort of
2d10
hack at one of his
because
back
he's
legs.
being flanked.
No, I was gonna say it's advantage because it's
that's
flanking,
it,
and
yes.
anyone else that's flanking gets advantage on the attack. It is only with great swords or great axes that I get
Right.
the extra damage dice. So it's still only one.
But it's an advantage. Yep.
Yes, but I do get to reroll
Damages still. Don't you?
1 or 2s. Yeah, for roll.
But that's with great weapon fighting. That's a feat,
Yes,
isn't
that's
it?
one of that's the talent I took at the start.
You gonna
it's
take
one of
that
the fighting
15 or the
styles.
25?
I think we'll go with a 20.
Yeah, 25? 25, right. Yeah, that hits.
So silver sword. It's 6 plus 3, and then plus 1
+1, so that's
for silver.
another
So
10.
10. And then we'll hit him again.
Hit him again?
Just sort of try to carve at his back legs to try and get a bit of attention away from.
Yep. That is 2 natural ones. That is
Wow.
mean.
Wow.
Would you like to take that natural 1 or that natural 1?
I'll take the natural 1, please, Kevin.
I think I'll take that one,
Jesus.
thing. That
After the
That
number,
is-
I was gonna say after the number of 20s I rolled at that one stint.
That
I mean, I
is-
suppose it's deserved.
that is Ford levels of rolling to throw the fucking sack. 3 natural ones in a row, and he's just like, oh god. So you swing your sword hard and dig it in to one of his legs, and as you pull it back to swing round the other side, it's not there. You swing, and the leg has moved. He has just sort of stepped slightly to the side, and you're.
Oh, I thought you meant the sword wasn't there. I was like, sort of going,
What the fuck?
hang on.
Just
You
dug
just see like thum, 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 brrr, in like a hill 20 miles away. It's like, okay, the leg's not there. That's okay. I can
roll
do
a D2000 for me.
how many meters it sail.
No, you swing your sword back around on the other side, and the leg has moved. He has slightly moved his leg just out of range. But you do, unfortunately,
Fuck.
because you were swinging so hard, dig it slightly into the dirt.
Fuck.
That is fair.
I'm going to.
And now round to the Otio's turn.
I was going to say I'll bung an empowered Quen on as well.
Okay. So, oh, that's another thing. You had an empowered one, so we'll use that for an empowered one. Lightning bolts. Alright.
It's 3 for empowered, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's 1 vigor for empowered.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
Just the one. Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
2
yeah,
vigor for
sorry.
a greater empowered.
Gotcha.
Actually, I think it's 3 for a greater empowered.
Yeah, it is.
Where are
Okay.
you seeing the vigor costs?
Under signs. It's like that entire thing. So,
Oh god, that's a block of text.
Yeah, it's at the top. So, replenish your vigor. We take a long rest. At level 3, you may choose. What? All signs can be empowered, consuming 1 vigor point, causing various enhanced.
So, yeah, why not? Let's go with the red dice. So that's 19, okay. Cybran, could you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Coming in, submit. Normal roll.
Normal roll, yes. Hang on, let me just read one thing about empowered Kyun.
My armor class has moved up to 17 for it.
Indeed it is. Then we shall see. Okay. You are thrown 5 feet back and don't take any damage, but you do land on your feet. And
that's
released
handy.
from the grapple. As he then swings round and has a lovely little pop at the guy who's just been cleaving at his arsehole. So he is going to take. I'm going to say he's going to take 2 attacks because throwing Cybran was one of his actions. So he won't take the bite. That is a 21.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah, even with the +3, and that is a natural 20.
Oh, it's alright, gents. That's
Rip.
F's in chat, gents.
It's okay. You're lucky I didn't do bite. So
Also, I get swallowed whole. Oh, yay.
both of those are D8s. That is not a D8.
Well, I was gonna say do them separate because
Yeah.
Quen will last for one of them.
No, it lasts for 3. Because it's empowered, right?
3 turns, or until hit.
Ah, yes. Oh,
So it's still only 1 hit. It'll
you're going to
stop,
take the
but
critical.
it'll
then.
last for long. Yeah.
What is this D10? Where the fuck are my D8s? Oh, they are. Right. So that is 8 plus 3, so 11 plus another 4, so 15 damage on that one, which is halved, correct? Because of Quinn?
Yeah.
You give
To
resistance.
Quinn.
Yeah.
So 7 from that one.
7, yep. And then comes
It's alright.
critical.
We're still good.
2d8. That is 10, 13, 17 damage.
Okay, that's alright. That's it. We can cope. We can cope with that.
That takes you down to 30 health.
I would hope you could cope with that, considering I took 35 damage.
I know. I was like, I don't know how you took that much.
Because that bite does 2d8. So, you know, just be grateful that it wasn't you're immune to poison and disease. So, that ends his turn. Sim.
Hello, floor.
Yeah, you need to pick up your silver sword. You need to dig yours out of the ground. I'll say digging yours out of the ground is a bonus action as well as picking yours up.
Oh, so I can't pick up my sword then cast empowered yard hen.
You can, but it would cost you 2 vigor points. Actually, no, I think it
2?
would cost you 1 vigor point and a point of exhaustion.
Exhaustion.
Why? What, for the sake of having 2 bonus actions?
Yes, you
Surely,
sign
surely
casting beyond a bonus action, but you take a level of exhaustion for each sign casted, and it consumes an action.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's not casting more than 1. But it's just casting the sign would consume a regular action slot, and you're picking up the sword would be a bonus, so you'd just be left with your.
Yeah, that's not very specific. I'll say you can cast 1 without it, because that's not very clear on that.
I think the way it reads, I think it means that any time you do more than 1 in a turn, so you could continue casting stuff and do like 1 on your bonus action and another one as your regular attack action.
There's just still 2 dead, soggy goblins down there. Oh, for fuck.
Dead soggy.
They're dead soggy, son.
Not just soggy, dead soggy.
Right, Sim, Red, you're up. And Cybrin, you're up next.
You're right in the cone of fire. Oh well.
Fuck him.
Stabby stab.
Stabby stab?
I'm just gonna keep stabbing and slicing and hope that I
Oh,
hit
did he
something.
take his damage from being on fire?
Ah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
make a good point. That is another d6, please.
5 damage. Or is it a d6 each time?
It's d6 each time.
3 damage.
Another 3 damage.
Actually, wait, is standard Igni? Yeah, standard Igni's only a 10-foot cone. Sweet, I can still do it.
I mean, you could still do it even if I was in it anyway.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
I
wait.
could.
If you wanted to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Runic, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
No.
Gotcha.
No, quit it.
Alright, so are you going to Igni his buttock? Because he is flanked right now to you.
Igni his buttocks.
Igni his
I am
buttocks.
going to.
I'm going to Igni his buttocks.
Hello, sir. Can I Igni your buttocks?
By the way, do I know if this thing is, Actually, wait, I don't have any potions of that on me, do I? Shite. No.
So, you are Igniing his asshole. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. That's a 14. No, wait, sorry. Wrong
14.
one. That's a 10. So he fails that, so he will take the full damage.
Ooh, better.
That is a 9. Nice.
And yeah, I don't have any of my toxin vials, unfortunately.
Haven't had the chance to make any.
No,
We never found that campfire.
She was gonna set fire to the fucking blood-soaked fireplace, wasn't she?
no,
I don't
the
have
house.
Igni.
Just the house.
Just gonna set the... I don't have a campfire. There's a fucking burning house right next to you. I don't have a campfire.
Yeah. Well, see, no, if we didn't leave that house, I was gonna knock it down with Ard.
You're
Just gonna
gonna need a
slash
very
at it with a
powerful art
sword.
to do that.
I take it that doesn't hit.
9, that does not hit even with the boost. That hits.
11 slashing.
12 because
12,
it's silver.
actually.
Christ.
Duelist is great. Just flat up 2 damage extra. That was actually the most damage I could possibly do.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Wait, wouldn't it be-
6 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1.
Yeah. So...
Yeah. Okay.
And that your turn.
That will be my turn.
Yeah. That moves us over to Dos Ocelot. Dosalot,
Right.
if you
Well, I'm
will.
gonna retrieve my sword.
Gonna retrieve
Yeah, I'm gonna retrieve my sword. I'm gonna once again re-enter a defensive stat. So now my AC is 18.
Nope. Because Kuhn is worn off.
Did the Quinn break? Did the Quinn break?
You weren't attacked actually, so no, yours hasn't.
So yeah, it'd be 18.
Yep. I forgot
And
about
did
that.
we say casting a Yarden again as my move or combat action would cause exhaustion or not?
It wouldn't.
All right. Is he close enough for him to get caught in the radius of Yarden?
I believe so, yes, because it's a 10-foot radius, so yes.
Actually, wait, no. I can empower that, can't I?
You can.
Yeah. I'll empower that Yarden, which he now has to make a will save.
Yep. Wisdom.
And the save is wisdom. Mm.
That is a 14 against your DC of...
The DC is 8 plus my wisdom.
plus your wisdom plus your proficiency. So I think it's 14 for you, isn't it?
Wisdom is 3. Proficiency is plus 1. So yeah, it'd be 14 as well.
Yeah, so he makes that.
Okay, well he's still slowed down. And then I'm gonna chug a potion of swallow as
He
my
gets a
final act.
-1 to his AC.
Oh, he does get a -1.
Mm-hmm. Because
So he
if they
failed.
fail, they gain a -1 to AC and can no longer use their reaction ability. If they succeed, they only take half movement.
But yeah, I'm gonna chug down a potion of swallow. So that's 1d6 plus 2.
Yep. Mark
Um,
down your 2 toxicity for that.
1d6 plus 2.
So there's 4 health
I'm
regained.
healing fucking 4 each turn.
Do you
God
have
damn.
to roll for how long it lasts?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's for 4 turns.
No,
Those next
that's for
4
4 turns.
turns.
Yeah.
So 2 toxicity.
Unfortunately, you don't have enhanced swallow. And is that your turn? You have recovered your sword. You have
Yes, with my 3 actions.
chugged some potion, but you're up. And in the line of
And
fire.
I heal 4.
Right. I'm gonna swig a swallow as a. Was that a bonus? Do we say?
I believe yes.
Is it? Let me just check. Just want to make sure.
I'm gonna say yes.
Ding, 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 ding.
It doesn't say on here whether it's required as an action or a
Well,
bonus
that
action.
would be,
but I'm
um,
gonna say it is a bonus action,
That would be just taking a potion in D&D.
which
Yeah,
normally
which
is an
is-
action. But I prefer it as a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh,
It's up to you.
You're witches. It makes sense.
Just a quick slug. All right. So we'll take 1 swallow. And 2 toxicity was that.
Yep. And that is 1d6 plus your constitution, which I believe is 3.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
That is 9 per turn for the next 4 turns.
Motherfucker.
Nom, 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 nom.
Just fucking Cybern's character over there. Fuck.
It's a sort of semi-bloody. Fuck. And then I'm gonna lay into the motherfucker.
Laying on motherfucker?
Lay into the motherfucker.
Now,
Oh, come on, no, there we go.
He does have a
Clicking that
-1
button.
AC because he's trapped in
Oh,
Yoda
Divine
Band.
Hedge.
That is a 21 to hit. I'm gonna say yeah. Well, that's 22 actually.
Sword. I will take that. Plus what, 14?
Yep. So +1, so that's 14 more damage.
And then we'll smack him again. Because we can do 2 swings. 13.
That just hits because of the.
Get it.
If he wasn't,
Thank you.
if he wasn't trapped in that, that would have missed. That is a 5.
Oh no, what a shame! I rolled a 1. I'll re-roll that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit. I
Can you
forgot
only
to
do that
roll
when
for your
you're
damage.
wielding your greatsword?
Wielding any weapon two-handed.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Fair enough.
So I'll take the
Oh,
3
wait, it lasts
instead.
4 turns. Cool.
What does?
Finally.
Oh, what, you're Yerden?
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that mean he has the
Yeah,
minus
so-
1 AC? As long as he's in the trap.
7 for that second one then.
All right. And a -7. So you basically pull your sword out, and as you do, you slice him across the jaw, and then you slice back down, cutting some rather nasty.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. I didn't have my sword in my hands, did I?
You did, but it was dug into the ground. But with a 22 to attack, I will say you could easily lift it just out.
Okay.
It wasn't.
Sorry,
it
I
wasn't like Cyberin's, where his was completely knocked out of his hand.
Okie dokie.
Don't worry about it. So yeah,
And I think- Yeah, to do a bit of like fancy footworky rolling for sort of 40 foot worth of movement, and then that'll be me.
okay.
Playing Witcher on the hardest difficulty. It's like Dark Souls. Just roll a lot.
So where are you going? Are you just rolling
No,
backwards
just
and forwards?
yeah, basically just rolling backwards and forwards over that little bit there. Just like ha 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 ha.
Oh dear. And then it brings us up to our fellow over here, who is looking pretty rough. He's not on death's doorstep, but he's looking pretty rough. And he is going to take his 3 attacks against you. Let's see. That is a 15. To hit. Runic?
Hits.
Yep.
Sorry, so you're 19, yes.
15.
Oh, 15 misses, sorry.
Misses?
I thought you said 19. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, that fucking hits, duh. Okay, so that's the bite. So he bites at you, and you manage to just
Like,
dodge roll out of the way.
It's one of the rolls.
Yeah. That is a 17.
That will hit.
Yeah. And a 21.
That will also hit.
Yeah, both of those hit then. Those are D8. Just one. Let's just roll both at once. So the first one you take 13 damage. And the second one you take 12 damage for a grand total of 25 damage.
Okay.
And you are also grappled. As he grabs hold of you. With his tentacle.
Okay.
And is currently flailing you around. Sim! Invader Sim.
More fire.
I mean,
Oh, did he take his burn damage on his turn?
good point. Roll a d6. That is a nice amount of damage. That is most definitely a nice amount of damage.
Anything will die to enough fire. 5.
Yeah, I need to make a dexterity saving throw for him. That is an 11. He does not succeed on that. So he takes all 5 of those damages. Okay. Next.
Slash and stab.
Rip and tear. 18
That
hits.
hits. 7.
For 7 damage, yep. That does not. And as you swing down the first one, slicing at one of his tentacles towards his back, his like tail tentacle. As you go to swing again, his tail tentacle comes around and smacks you in the face, knocking your aim off. And you miss completely and are knocked down.
Fuck.
I'm going to use that for knocked down. That's more- No,
Like,
no.
I like to think that the entire soundtrack for this fight has just been
That'll work.
fuck.
But he does take 6 more damage. So you definitely carved a good chunk of meat out of him, but he's still standing. He's still standing. Cybern.
Right. I want to move to a position where I can hack the tentacle that's got our bear friend grappled with. I want to hack that clean off.
Okay, so you would need to move to about here-ish. So about there. Technically now you all do have flanking bonuses.
I was going to say we should all have done because it's as long as you draw a line through the creature.
The problem is you're being grappled, so technically you can't offer that.
Oh, that's true.
You're being flailed around in the air.
That's true.
Are they just normal?
I
attacks?
don't represent a threat.
Fuck!
Are they normal attacks still, or are they advantage?
You get advantage because yours are going through the monster and linking up with red.
Yeah, you've got red on the opposite side.
Do you want to take that 21?
Yeah, I'll take that 21.
Okay.
And let's go and get the other one out there too.
That is a 14, so that also hits. Both of those hit. Roll damage.
Righto, so 1d8 plus 2 times 2. Come on. 1d... No, stupid. Slash roll. Thank you.
Stupid! Bashing head against wall.
Plus 2. And now I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna copy that so I can just paste it on there. Send
So that's
another.
8 and 6 for a grand total of, I've not got the right thing. 8 and 6 for a grand total of 14. He's looking really rough.
And I'm assuming red's in my path. Both of them are in my path of.
Yep, and you successfully slice off his tentacle, which flops lovingly down to the ground next to you, and that has freed Bert.
I don't represent a threat. Oh, thank you.
Are there defensive actions in 5e?
I believe so.
Because if I still have one bonus action left, I'd like to try and take that defensive action. Since I can't cast anything.
Yeah.
So that would be a plus... Well, in Pathfinder, it's a plus 2 to AC for a minus 2 to attack.
Indeed it is. I will say, because you're a Witcher, it's going to be another +1 to your AC from the defensive
Okay,
fighting
I have
style.
an AC of 19. Coolio.
And
Slowly becoming the tank.
Bert.
Did you get your health back from last
Yes.
round?
Right.
You
Yes,
two
indeed.
both need to
20.
roll.
I was just gonna say.
Actually, no,
Oh,
you don't.
again?
No, you don't need to roll, do you? You both get back your health.
I thought it was a random roll each.
It could be.
Oh, okay.
Heal
what
1d6
was it
come to
again?
me. Yeah, the end of your
1d6
turn.
plus
So, Cybern, roll 1d6 plus your con, please, for this one, and then that'll pass.
Plus 2. If it's a fucking 4 again.
That's a 7. And
Nice.
after your turn, Bert, you can also roll one.
Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna twat it in the face.
Fair enough.
Just keep smacking it. What are you doing? Nothing. It's just like this is what we do, right? Otherwise, from London all of a sudden.
Would you like to take that 21?
Yes, please.
Okay. Roll
I would
damage.
indeed like to take 21. And a swiggy. 8.
How do you want to do this?
Oh! I don't know, after Cybern cuts the tentacle off and it sort of falls off, and it's like, oh, thank you. And I'm just going to plant it two-handed down into the thing's face and like do the whole pinhead to floor kind of thing.
Yep. As you as you lift your sword up two-handed behind your head and slam it right down through his face, and it digs into the dirt, you hear it, and then it just goes silent and limp. Both the other remaining tentacles just flop to the ground. And it is dead.
Fuck.
I wanted the killing blow.
Just a As you pull it out. Yeah.
Roll me 3 1d6s.
3 1d6s.
Or 3d6 if you really want.
Okay.
And then add 9, because your constitution modifier is 3.
Okay, gotcha.
For your health.
All of us?
20. No, it's for the rest of the swallow I had.
Mhm.
Going.
Oh.
Because he had 3 turns of it left, so. And that brings us to the end of combat.
Cyber's got 2 turns of it left. Isn't it?
Cybrin has
Yeah,
had his 2 turns. But your toxicity has dropped by 1. So you could take another swallow.
We only had one swallow.
Then you have a problem.
Well, I can hand you one of mine if you want.
Actually, no. I'm almost back to full with that.
Okay, cool.
I'm one hit point
The
down.
guy whose half of an arm is hanging off. Cool. Yeah. And Red is standing back up.
You said drop down to 1 to toxicity or drop 1
Drop
toxicity?
1.
Actually,
So-
that doesn't matter.
They're the same fucking thing!
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not gonna say that doesn't fucking matter.
Do I drop to 1 or do... No, wait. So that ends combat. What would you gentlemen like to do?
I would like to study the creature we just fucking murdered and nearly murdered us. And I'm gonna
Same
add
here.
that to my bestiary.
Yep.
You've encountered these things before.
Take some notes.
Oh.
They
Okay, well then I'm gonna cut it open and take anything useful out of it.
You do note the behavior that it showed when you first encountered it.
It's a bit more cheesing it away from other stuff, is it?
It's difficult to tell, but it was ignoring you to begin with until someone got its attention.
It was walking straight towards us.
Yeah, but it wasn't paying any attention to you. I know monster hunting is your business, but seriously.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, I'm just gonna carve it up and take whatever useful is out of it. Mutagens, organs, whatever.
Fair enough.
I need to replace my swallow ingredients.
The thing that's more disturbing to you guys is this creature is a creature of the Underdark, but it was above the surface for a start. And you note this down in your handy dandy bestiary. What would you like to do?
Well, after I finish taking it whatever useful I can out of it, and then sharing it with the other 2,
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm going to look for its tracks and see where it came from.
Okay. Roll me a survival check.
Do. One more.
Okay.
No, 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 no. Don't leave. Don't make me leave. Fucker! So, for whatever reason, I can't see the bottom of the chat log while the keyboard is up. Ugh,
So
frustrating.
you notice that it was coming out of this brush, or maybe just past it. You're not entirely certain, but looking at the tracks it left, it would appear that it was just around it, and a little way away, maybe 150 feet, you see what appears to be a cave entrance off in the distance.
Hmm. What time is it? Where's the sun in the sky?
Currently, it's around about 3 o'clock in the evening, or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sorry, it's 3 a.m. somewhere.
Oh, damn. Too early to rest and meditate for the rest of the night.
I mean, you can do it whenever you want, if that's what you wish to do.
I'm gonna grunt about the cave. Pointing it out to the other two. Grunt. Make a hand motion and grunt maybe if we should check it out now or wait.
This is like, I mean, on a scale of 0 to 57, I'm feeling about a 34.
I forgot that we did that as a scale of how good we feel. I mean, it is up to you. You can rest nearby, or you can take a long rest nearby, or you can entree now if you wish.
What do we think?
I'm actually gonna be calling it right now.
I was going to say, because I'm looking at time and thinking, you kind of get with either. If we take a long rest, at least we could sort of call it
Yeah.
and pick up another day at a nice cut off, can we?
Yeah. Then we shall call it here for now, and this one shot will be a two-parter. Dun dun dun.
So it's a two-shot.
Yeah. Potentially, yes.